Yo, 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 checking in, checking in. Yeah, there again, Jamaican Premier League. Yeah, season has come to end, people. Season has come to end. But yo, bless upon yourself, everyone. It's been a while. It's been a while since I did a JP live. Yeah, and yeah, I only a little thing, but I'm glad to be here again, doing Jamaican Premier League live. This is something that I really love. Yeah, really love this little league they call the Jamaican Premier League. But yeah, Chacha, Montego Bay, the defending champion, seems like they have something up in their sleeves for the rest of the teams. Yeah, but it won't be easy, man. I don't know. It's playoff. It's playoff in the Jamaican Premier League. Yeah, it's playoff in the Jamaican Premier League, man. So hold on, let me get this sorted out. Yeah, as I was saying, it's playoff time in the Jamaican Premier League, man. Who support, the Jamaican Premier League content as usual, best upon yourself. If you're new, yeah, by supporting the Jamaican Premier League content, best upon yourself. Yeah, this is not the first time. You don't know, it's just been a while since I haven't done anything about Jamaican Premier League. Yeah, but it's a big time. It's the big time right now. This is where put away all the regular season. But for a fact, I won't be talking about much about the playoffs. Arnett versus Portmore and Tivoli versus Waterhouse. I won't talk about that game until next week, Tuesday. Yeah, I will preview the quarterfinals of the JPL. And today is all about the recap of, not going to remember everything, not going to divert into everything, but just some of the key points in what I would say I probably do around the top six clubs that qualify for the playoffs, and probably scheme around the bottom six teams. As you know, Harborview is out of the playoff. Yeah, they made it last. They made it last season. Yeah, Waterhouse is in. They didn't made it last season. So, you see a couple of teams. Portmore didn't make it into the playoff last season. Now Portmore is in it. Yeah, Portmore is in it. So you don't know the usual suspects like the Arnett Garden, the Tivoli, another team that came Tivoli came around, I think 11. I think Tivoli came 11 last season, and now they're in the playoffs. So you could see that some fresh faces, some fresh brand new faces in the playoff. Yeah, as you know, I have something to say, but top of the league, Mount Pleasant, 59 points. That is some while since a team haven't go right up there. Yeah. Cavalier, after I would say a little stumble ups and down, from the Cavalier, from Cavalier Football Club, but they made it to the second place. And kudos to Rudolph Speed, Tivoli. Big surprise. Big surprise in this season. Tivoli Garden with former Arnett Garden manager. Yeah, Jerome Wait. Yeah, Tivoli suffered last season. People, and just to see what the biggest coach in local football, Jerome Wait, did to this team. It's not a pushover. It's just I think they only lost one game against a top 16 this all season. So Tivoli has been playing really, really good football since the start of the campaign in the National Stadium. When they beat Waterhouse 3-0. But they went through a little few stumbling blocks there and there. But Portmore finished in fourth. Yeah, after Portmore missed out last season by 1 point behind Dumble Holding. Portmore have made the cut finally. Yeah, the 7-time champions is looking to do the 8th. I don't think so. Can't afford Portmore for 8 Premier League, man. Can't afford that, man. But the Firehouse and the Jungles run off the 5th and the 6th spot. I got the team 5th. I would say not the best of Arnett Garden. This is not the time, in the regular season I want Arnett Garden to be tuning in. Arnett Garden need to get in tune when that playoff game kicks off, like a week and a half from now. Yeah, but Arnett Garden came 5th. Yeah, 5-time champion, the Junglist. But Firehouse have surprised me big, 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 big time. Big, big, big time. Since match day 23, Firehouse haven't lose or draw a game. So, Jaja, after Firehouse have been struggling to put together some winning run and a consecutive streak, but it just couldn't happen. But guess what? Marcel Fuzzy-Gale, big up to Javi and Brian, are finding that one goal in the onion bag. Yeah, in the 69th minute in Jerusalem, Sunday, gone to make the Jerusalem team clinch the playoff spot. Unfortunately, Montego Bay, Montego Bay finished 7 on the same points as Waterhouse, 43. Both teams were going at it. I would say probably around from the start of February, Montego Bay lose a game. So Montego Bay be going at it, from February, they just taking off like a jet, but unfortunately for Nedia Dos Santos team, they played really well. Owen Garden, Turkleman played really well. Brian Brown also played his part. The three Brazilians, Gene, Lucas, and William also played their part. Yeah, but Mobile team is so good. It is so good, to be honest. This team have been playing some wonderful football under Nedia Dos Santos, especially when you look in the midfield of that Brazilian Lucas. The more games he played, he's getting into his own. Yeah, man, he's getting into his own, man. And you could see that he's a player that, he's just stepping up a notch, getting used to, the Jamaican Premier League, getting used to the physicality, just getting used to playing on a pitch. You could see that around his game. Yeah, but Treasure Beach and Limal bite the dust, then kick the bucket. Treasure Beach and Limal kick the bucket. But sad time for the St. Elizabeth team and the Senton team. Yeah, I hope we can get another a St. Elizabeth team in the league. I don't know how Tier 2 football is setting up right now, but I don't know if any St. Elizabeth team is in Tier 2, but hope, Treasure Beach and Limal can bounce back, especially Treasure Beach. Treasure Beach, good organization. You could see the direction where they want their club to go. Yeah. You see administration, staff and all of that. Off the field, they have been doing really good sponsorship and all that, but it just didn't materialize on the pitch. They tried. They tried and they went into the January market and, got a few pieces and it just didn't work. It just didn't work, but I think it was a little bit too late, especially a team like Lima, even going through some, some administration stuff, it just couldn't figure out things, couldn't get players signing on board as fast as possible. Change a few coaches there and there. Also, Lions United, I've changed around a few coaches too. So, Lion, big price, got the sack. They brought in Vassal Reynolds, but couldn't steady the ship. But a few teams have changed his coach. Lenny I feel it for Dumbo Olin because I think Dumbo Olin with the last 6 games in, Dumbo Olin probably people would say it was the best team that looking really good to make it to the top 6, but they just fell apart in the last, I'd say probably the last 4 games. They just fell apart. I don't know what went wrong, with Lenny IT, but probably people, could argue about, the injury of their talisman, Nicholas Nelson. He picked up a groin injury in one of those games, and the team just didn't look as if it's the same Dumbo Olin, as players tried. You have players like Marlon Allen. I think it's Marlon Allen, Ajuma Johnson. It just didn't work, man. It just didn't work. They just have to come back again. Really good team, played really good football, try to play positive football, try to keep the ball on the floor. But that's not going to win you a games as Dumbo Olin times. It's just that they're not taking a lot of shots on the goal. That's one of their biggest problems. And even when you watch teams around the world, playing big European football, teams sometimes like even Barcelona, sometimes they just pass the ball a little bit too much. Even Bayern Munich, sometimes they pass the ball a little bit too much. You just cannot take enough shots. If you don't take shots, how are you going to win games? How are you going to win games if you don't take shots, man? But bless up to all of the 14 teams took part in the regular season. As I said, playoff time as Mount Pleasant and Cavalier is waiting for the next two teams then, out of the four. And it will be some big game at Sabina Park and in the National Stadium final. But Moby, boy, can't stop saying it, boy. I feel it. I feel it, man. From February, from the start of February, the man them not lose a game. I think the man them went on and win about 7 or 8 games and draw about 3. Yeah? Feel it for Moby, man. Feel it bad for the man them, man, especially Nedio dos Santos, man, the coach. He have done a fantastic job, especially the owner. Forgot his name. I forgot the name of the owner, but yeah, brought in some around 5 new players in the January period. I think 2 Trinity and 1 St. Lucian, I think. And the team just start to grow. I hope they can really keep these sets of players. I hope they can keep probably 95% of all the teams that all of the players that in Montego Bay squad, because this squad is a really good squad. The experienced player, especially a player like Jardine Fletcher. I admire that player so much. I admire that player so much, man, Jardine Fletcher. But as I said, they just have to regroup and think about it again. But hope they can keep their captain, Owen Garden. Jardine Fletcher might be off again overseas, but you just never know. But look, so Mount Pleasant, the most points, as you guys know, 59. It is the most points since Portmore won that league title in 2018, 2019. It's the most a team have finished a regular season, and 59 points. Last time someone passed, 59 points. As I said, it was Portmore. They finished on 66 the year that they won the Jamaican Premier League. And Tivoli Garden have scored the most goal in the regular season, 51. Yeah, and guess what? The last time a team gone over that, it was again Portmore in that same season, 2018, 2019. Also, Portmore scored 53 goals in that regular season. Lime Hall, the relegation team, they have lost 21 games this season. The last time a team went down and 21 games, it was Sandblast 2017 and 2018 season. Yeah, Lime Hall again, they have conceded the most goal in the season. Boy, that team, boy, I don't know. It's like, they have conceded 69 goals. The last time someone finished that much goals, conceded and got relegated, it was back in, 2006, 2005, 2006, and it was Wadada. They conceded 69 goals too. So, tier 2, I think, really looking at it over the years. Yeah, over the years, some teams went down, team came up, and the teams them that coming up, especially when they look last campaign, who went down? I think Chapelton Maroons and a team went down. I remember about Chapelton Maroons and a team went down. But these teams that's coming up, I don't think they fully equipped. They fully organized. To come and play Jamaican Premier League, and that's the one thing. That's the one thing I can say. Maybe the Jamaican Football Federation and the organization, call it PFLJ, whatever, Chris Williams running the organization for the Jamaican Premier League, I would say, probably can focus a little bit more, get these teams, help them, not the 100% go out there and do the job, but help them more restructure, their own team, the club itself. So teams can, come up and having a stadium for themselves, just like Lima came up and they played on the same stadium with Mount Pleasant, as both teams are from St. Ann area. So I don't think there's any more big stadium at St. Ann that they could have but things like that though, get the teams that's coming up from tier 2 a bit more structured, a bit more organized, a bit more well groomed team that can finance off their own self, and also having a lot of sponsorship, a backing that will be the good. The club too have to go out there and help themselves. They can't just depend on the organization, the bodies to getting things. You have to go out there and market your club. You have to go out there and show people that this is the pathway. This is the journey this club is on, and people can look into it and buy into the program. Buy into the system and see what is going on. Inside of your club. Get the necessary position them fill. A proper head coach. A proper technical director. A proper marketing team, as maybe some of the Jamaican Premier League team need. I would say probably a few people, on board in the marketing department, especially when you look at a team like Arnett, Arborview, Portmore, Mount Pleasant. These teams, the fan base is huge, huge club now in Jamaica. Waterhouse, probably these clubs have more than one people that running, the finance department / the marketing. So maybe some of these clubs that's coming up can actually get like someone that can run the marketing department, someone that have experience of running finance. Probably even look at it. Probably getting some kids, from the universities around Jamaica. Get them like internship. You pay them a stipend, and bright mind. Young fresh minds. They can help put the club model out there. Help modify the club so people can know the name, set it as a brand. Clubs are just not clubs anymore. It's just a brand. It's a brand. So, man, the clubs them, down there tier 2 just need to be a little bit more organized, a little bit more structured. As you could see that when Lima came up, Treasure Beach came up, it's they're not fully structured. They have to be finding their way throughout the whole season, and that again can misleading the players. That can have the players not focusing on what's going on the pitch. A lot of things happening in the background, behind closed doors. So teams need to, when they come up to the Premier League, they just know say they already have everything in place. Like even last season, I think Glenn was at Chapelton Maroon when a club don't even have bank account. Like, oh, he's a club and you don't even have a bank account. That simple things like them, teams every time, when teams come up in the Jamaican Premier League from the playoff in tier 2, it's just that these teams are not organized enough. There's always some issues, with these teams. I'm trying to find the teams that went down. It was Falkland and Chapelton Maroon. Yeah, Falkland is another team. Chapelton Maroon don't even get double digit in points, last season. So that's really poor. You play 26 games. The man them play 26 games. The man scored 14 goals and conceded 62. Man, that's really poor. That's really poor, man. We just need teams and just like even look when you go like in England, the championship final in England, the playoff final. When you go to the playoff there and go to the final, Luton Town won that final last campaign and beat Coventry. That is the most expensive playoff final in the world, value almost at 200 million. You get what I say? So teams down there, they're well structured, they're well financed. Not saying every teams that came up from Championship to the English Premier League are well structured, but they right up there probably almost 100%. You get what I say? So the man just need to get the team them well structured where I come from tier 2, man. But yeah, Joel, big up yourself. You get what I say? Big up yourself. So go back to 2022 when Harborview won the league. Mullines and Mobie went down. I would say Mullines not probably now a proper Premier League club. Yeah. Montego Bay right now a steady Premier League club, as you know. Montego Bay, was Wadada, was Seba. They changed the name around. Big club. Their history is so rich. Yeah, their history is so rich in the league. Also, when you go and look, 2018, 2019, the year when Portmore won the league, Mobile went down, Reno, another big team in Jamaica. Yeah. So I look at it. Reno in 2018, 2019 season, Reno finished on 24 points. Mobile finished on 30 points. Those teams got relegated at the end of the season. You could see the point standing. The point standing is right up there. And if you could say, if you have those points standing right now, you probably would find a team like Harborview or Humble and get relegated from the Premier League this season. So you could see that whenever there is, you say probably some really good solid team in the Premier League, in the JPL, you will get more points, from the teams and that, fighting for relegation. I'm going to go into one of those, go back. I'm going to go back in a little bit of a time. Yeah. I'll show you something again. So you have 2015, 2016 season when Cavalier and Rivali went down. Yeah. Cavalier finished on 33 points. Rivali finished on 33 points. Those two teams got relegated in 2015, 2016, and Reno and Waterhouse finished on 34, just 1 point above the drop. But for the last couple of years, we don't know what happened to the team that we have come up. We don't know what happened to the team that we have come up. And the team that we have come up is just, even teams like Huey, they just didn't enter about the competition after they said, having some issues financially. A lot of clubs have financial issues. After COVID, they just didn't come up back. So, yeah, man. So, let's see if I can get into this. This recap right now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just jump in those top 6 teams as finish. 3, 7, 8, 7, 6. Yeah, man, big up yourself, massive. Yeah, so we're gonna start with the defending champion. Yeah, the team that finished first in the regular season. Look, see, this is the team when Mount Pleasant won the league, last season. Mount Pleasant finished third. Yeah, they finished third, 8 points behind Cavalier, who was in second. Arnett Garden was the regular season champion, finished 55 points. And see that it's not guaranteed when you win the regular season. Yeah, and the thing, for the last couple of times, the teams that win the Premier League, you see teams that win the Premier League for the last couple of times, those teams didn't win the regular season. Just like even Harborview won the season in 2022. They didn't win the regular season. Harborview finished around, I think, 6. Barely make it to the 6th position. I think at that time, 3 teams, finished on 28. So you have Harborview, Humble Lion, and Tivoli finished on 28. 3 teams finished on 28 points for that 6th position. And Harborview go on and won the league. Yeah, they go on and won the league. I remember they beat the Junglists that time too. Yeah, they beat the Junglists, man. They beat the Junglists 3-2 on aggregate, and they go on to lift the Premier League and beat Dumble in 2-1. That was a final, at that time. I think at a fight by Grave, that Dumble team was so good. Yeah, the Dumble team at that time was so good. Nikai Christian, McCarthy, Fabian McCarthy, those players were on the top of the peak at that time. After 5 by River scored goal like foolishness. Joel said, like last year, Arnett win the season but never win the final. That's what I'm saying. Even when Harborview won league 2022, 22, Waterhouse finished first in the regular season. Yeah, and if you go back to when Cavalier, Cavalier won the league, Waterhouse again finished the regular season and Cavalier finished second behind him, but Cavalier went on to win the league, not finish in first in the regular season. So teams that, for the last couple of years, I just probably could say 2018, 2019, that time, and I wouldn't say 2019 season was like a joke, COVID came in and all of that, but when you look at 2018, 2019, when Portmore won the back-to-back, Portmore finished first, and Portmore just got promoted. Yeah, Portmore just got promoted at that time. So the last team them that win the Premier League, Arborview, Mount Pleasant, Cavalier, they didn't win the regular season. So I'm going to see if Mount Pleasant can break this bridge. Let's see if they can break this bridge and grab the monkey out of the bag. But I'm going to start off this review with Mount Pleasant, as they are the regular champion. I'm just going down row by row. So I'm going to start off with Cavalier and then go Mount Pleasant and then go to Cavalier, Tivoli, Portmore. But look, start of this season, why the amount of when me see Mount Pleasant have signed some players. Yeah, it took away a few pieces from the Junglers. Yeah, I was looking at him like, whoa, Tapa Whitmore going to be under pressure because he just won the league. For the first time in the club history, I won the league. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, whoa, what the hell I'm going to get from a Mount Pleasant team again? Demara Phillips, a wonderful season. He had last season, earning himself to be in around the Reggae Boy setup, in the Gold Cup also. Just, being around the team, that's really good. And, just in the Nations League also, he was in around that little Nations League squads that in September and October and November. And he was one of the brightest player. Last season. But for some reason, I don't know, even during the season, the player, I think, one of the team boss, met into accident. But the player just didn't start the season well. I don't know if moving away from the team at the time, calling up for the national team, but that isn't. But as a baller, that expected. You go to your national team and then come back for your club team. You have to keep the standard high at all time. But start the first 6 games, the man then flew out the block. The first 6 games, and I was looking at like, whoa, until a game I play over Complex. Mount Pleasant I play Mullines over Complex, Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, and I think during the game, Mount Pleasant did a one love from Mullines and them interview a few of the fans them, and I think I made a mockery of it, on my Instagram page. Let's see if I can find the video. But the man said, "Oh, and we are go, and that's a 6 straight we win 18 points." The man them look the first 7 games, the man them go unbeaten. I think they drew a game. I think they drew that game after they won the 6. I think they drew a game against I think it was Firehouse. Yeah, it was Firehouse 0-0. And that 7 game unbeaten, and that put them up to 19 points on the top of the table. Yeah, 12 goals scored, and they only conceded 2 goals in that run and 4 clean sheet. And guess what? You probably could say, the first 8 rounds of games, Kimoni Bailey, the man called Rasta, the man from Garden, scored 4 goals in 7 games. But I think he got injured in that Waterhouse game. I want to think of that Waterhouse game. Kimoni Bailey got injured in it. He got injured in that game. But one of my famous clinical strike, from Kimoni Bailey, I would say not really a strike, but was that goal at Stadium East. Yeah, it was that goal at Stadium East against Tivoli when they won 1-0. Yeah, that goal on the back post. That I mean, he have scored a few stunner, especially at home and down there at Jackson. But that favorite goal, every time I think about Kimon Daly Rasta, that's the goal I always picture in my mind watching him score. Yeah, I was that game. I don't think that game did televised. I think I saw that that goal on video. But I want to find the video. I want to find a video where the Mount Pleasant fans them. So yeah, I found the video. So let's hold on. Let's turn up. Let's get this video. Let's get this video.
Okay, tell me, why did you get travel all the way?
So this was the video where the man said,
The best team in the entire Jamaica, the best team in the Caribbean. The best team in the entire Jamaica, the best team in the Caribbean.
Because doesn't win this match, you're probably going to drop down.
Yes, of course. That this I know. Me did tell my friend them say we're gonna go to the season unbeaten. So we're gonna go to the season unbeaten. So we're gonna go to the season unbeaten. So we're gonna
Alright.
Yo, the man them said I go to the season and beaten. Like when Mount Pleasant take this thing from Mount Pleasant take this thing for like a mockery. Yeah? Man, them take this thing for mockery, man. The last time I remember a team that was the Gunners team, the Invincible. I know it seems like Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso team is going unbeaten, yeah. But this is so funny. This is so funny. I have to play it. This is so funny.
Okay, tell me, why did you guys travel
This
all
is
the
so
way from
funny,
Finland
man.
to Kingston?
Because Mount Pleasant, the best team in the entire Jamaica, the best team in the Caribbean. The best team in the entire Jamaica, the best team in the Caribbean.
Because doesn't win this match, you're probably going to drop down.
Yes, of course. That this I know. Me did tell my friend them say we're gonna go to the season unbeaten. So we're gonna go to the season unbeaten. So we're gonna go to the season unbeaten. So we're gonna.
Yo, Jaja Star, the man them. But big man things too. But Mount Pleasant team are really good team. Really good team. And it's just mockery, it's just banter, You don't know how it go already. Yeah? Just look at banter, but put fun and joke aside, this team is a really good team. This team should be winning the league. Probably back to back. Not many teams have done back to back in the history of Jamaican Premier League. Yeah, not many teams have done it. Trying to remember, I know Portmore did it 17, 18, and 18, 19. Yeah, and the last time a team have done that, it was the big bad red and black, the Junglers, in the start of the 2000, won the first two Premier League start at 2000. It took a team almost 20 years, 2 decades, to win the double. So it's not something easy. And Portmore United, this is a team that, so when they make Portmore run, them going to get things done. But yeah, but look, the first 7 games, for Mount Pleasant, 6 wins and a draw. And guess what? The next fixtures that they went into was that big bad game. Yeah, that was the game. The repeat of the final at Sabina Park. And boy, Romeo Guthrie get the team out of the block early. Nice, wonderful goal. But then Mr. Speed, Roller Speed team, kind of let him down. The defender, Len, got a red card. But nobody saw it coming. Cavaliers turn Mount Pleasant over for their first defeat of the season. Yeah. And Rudolph Speed have a very good record against Mount Pleasant. but I was like, how the hell, Mount Pleasant got this one, and let this one slip out of the bag? Because they were boss in the game right up to, I would probably say, when Giovanni Lynn got that red card, just before the hour mark of the game. And Who scored, for I think so you have what's his name? Jalmara Calvin scored the game winner, but Shanil Thomas, Shanil Thomas got a penalty equalizer in the 74th minute, and Jalmara Calvin finished it off in the 83rd minute. Cavalier won the game 2-1 with 10 men on the pitch. So after that, it's like a slip up time for Mount Pleasant. It is like Veer went to Jackson and beat them, 2-0. Not just beat them, they walk away from Jackson with a clean sheet. And a Veer team at the time, Veer was really, really struggling at the time. Veer team wasn't really all that. They didn't get a really good start to the season. Yeah, didn't have all the players that they had in the start. When Veer beat Mount Pleasant, and let's find it. Where is that Mount Pleasant game? So when Veer beat Mount Pleasant, that was their 4th win of the season. But in that little period, they just coming off a 4 games where they lost 3. So they lost 3 out of 4. So they're looking to get back on the win ways, and they surprised everyone. Trust me, they surprised everyone. And then Mount Pleasant went on and they beat Treasure Beach. But the game of the season, I would say this is probably the game of the season. Boxing Day, when they went to the complex, it was Boxing Day. I think it was Boxing Day. It was the 27th Boxing Day game. A day after Boxing Day. I don't know how the Premier League dropped that one. That game didn't even televise, and I remember it caused a problem. It was an issue. A lot of fans were voicing their opinions on social media, especially on the Jamaican on the JPL Instagram page. Yeah, but look, after that defeat, in the complex, Mount Pleasant have went on 15 games run and beaten from match day 11 when they lost to match day 12. They beat Umberland 2-1. The man them no lose a game again until, let me tell you, when the man them lose a game again. Why this thing is not functioning right, but that thing is not popular. But yeah, what I was saying though, the man went on to 15 games unbeaten, beating Umberland 2-1, match day 12, and from there, Mount Pleasant just like this. But I can criticize this team because this team should be playing a lot more, free flowing football with the players that them have, even in, I think it was at one point Daniel Green, he came in the team. Now they have Tevin Shaw. Yeah, this team have player like Atofai Bygrave sitting on the bench. I think Bygrave scored 2 goals of the season. They went to Arborview and bring in Shaquille Bradford, who was I think at the time was on 7 or 8 goals for Arborview. He was on loan from Waterhouse, and that did kind of cause a problem because Arborview wanted first choice to get the player, as Arborview didn't have a real proper number 9. Andre Fagan, came in, the veteran former player of Arborview coming over from Southeast Asia, up in age, probably around 34, 35. Andre Fagan is, but they bought so many pieces and the team wasn't, I don't know what was really going on, like team structure. The team was just playing some half-full football at the time, and again, you have to big up the captain, Sule McCullough. Sule McCullough have saved this team numerous times, especially that game against Mullines where he scored that late goal where at Jackson when Mullines almost beat them. You understand? And even when they played Treasure Beach at Jackson, he scored in 36 seconds just to get this. That Treasure Beach was playing like a low block for majority of the game, but that goal kind of have to let them come out a little bit more loose, so Mount Pleasant can find a little bit more space in around in the defensive third. But Sule McCullough, man, that skipper, yeah. is leading on the pitch, and Laddie Richie, and the team skipper, is leading off the field. And he have been playing a couple of games for the last couple of games now for Mount Pleasant. But but one thing I could be top of though, the team is not scoring a lot more goal. The team is not playing free-flowing football. Demara Phillips, even at one time when Ramon Owen injured, Demara Phillips and Romeo Gotchi was playing like a double pivot, and they were playing like a 4-4-2, sometime a 4-2, like a 4-4-1-1. They have what's his name? Natty, the Trinidad, is playing off the shoulder of is either Okwesi Chong, and I think Okwesi Chong is the leading goal scorer for Mount Pleasant this campaign. I think so. Okwesi Chong, the former JC player, he has scored 7 goals after season, tie up with Daniel Green. Daniel Green has scored some vital goal. But Sule McAuliffe easily scored. He scored that goal against Montego Bay to equalize when Mobile was having Mount Pleasant 1-0 down at Westport Park. And Sule McAuliffe found the equalizer in that game, and then Mobile just collapsed after that, and Mount Pleasant took advantage, and they went on to find the game winner. But Daniel Green, another they had a few players that coming up with individual brilliance, just getting this team off the hook at all time. So Daniel Green, I remember Portmore having Mount Pleasant 1-0 down at Ferdinand Park, and Daniel Green again. Even the game that they played recently against Montego Bay at Jacksal, when Turkleman scored first, Daniel Green come back in the next 5 to 7 minutes and equalize. So some a lot of individual brilliance, from the team. Romeo Gotchi have chipped in with a few goals, but one of the live wire of that team is Devante Campbell. Excellent player, and he went away for a few weeks at Charlton Athletic. So I remember even at one time, this Mount Pleasant team missing around 10 players from international duties and players who got injured, and they still can feel a very good Jamaican Premier League starting lineup can beat anybody on any given day. So this squad is so deep. That squad is so deep enough that if Tapper don't get the job done, he's going to get beaten from left, right, and center. This Mount Pleasant team is stronger than last season to me. To me, they are much a stronger team. They are much a lot more pieces that they brought in can fit in. Romeo Gotchi. When you look at a player like Romeo Gotchi, once was the junglist. He was the leader for Arnett Garden last campaign when Fabian wasn't there. Remember they brought in the Trinidad players, Nathaniel James, Kyle Avery. Those players are international players. You think Mount Pleasant are gonna make the final? Boy, I would bracket them in. Them in the bracket with, I think Mount Pleasant in the bracket, Joel Smith. I think Mount Pleasant in the bracket where they're going to play Tivoli or Waterhouse, I think them in a bracket where they're going to play Tivoli or Waterhouse. And it's in a bracket where they're going to play Cavalier. That's it. Trying to figure out. Tivoli, Waterhouse. That's the bracket, Waterhouse and Mount Pleasant and Tivoli in. And it Cavalier if they go to the semi-final. But that question though, I'm gonna put away the banter. I think Mount Pleasant have enough to go to the final. I think they have enough to go to the final. But when I really look at it, a Tivoli team, as I said, I don't really want to go much into the playoff because I'm going to go into that next week. But when I really look at it though, a Tivoli team that have an experienced manager, a Waterhouse team. I would say a Waterhouse team, this is one of the most inexperienced Waterhouse team I have ever seen in terms of how much times these types of players went on and go to the knockout round and do damage. When you look over the years, with a Waterhouse team, especially the last set of players, that Tuffy Anderson group that was playing. Look, people, I'm gonna tell you, Waterhouse have lost the most final in the history of Jamaican Premier League. Yeah? Waterhouse, I said it again. Waterhouse have lost the most final in the history of Jamaican Premier League. The minute know how the man them can lose final, so brother. The man them gone a final with Portmore when I think Ricardo Morris scored the lone goal and Chimian Stewart, rest in peace. I be a war, the man them a war. I be a war, the man them a war. And I think even Waterhouse went to final, I think twice. I think with Portmore, and Portmore beat them 2 times, and they went to the final again, with Cavalier. I'm going to check it. Because I'm pretty much sure that time when Portmore won the double and Cavalier won, yeah, they went to the final 3. And I don't know how Waterhouse can lose final. So, me don't know, but this crop of Waterhouse players, it's very inexperienced to what I've seen over the years, watching Jamaican Premier League, even the last 6 of players that go back before COVID, them players are more experienced. But you can understand that, I change a cycle, I change the players, you're going to have, fresh players as, Denard Thomas, Javian Bryan, first season, who does what? How much goals he scored? 14 goals, I think. He have scored some goals, but I'm trying to pull up this. Pull up this. So just give me one moment. So in 2017-18, Portmore beat Waterhouse 1-0. Yeah. Going 2018, 2019. Again, Portmore beat Firehouse 1-0 again. So that's back-to-back final. The man knows, back-to-back final. So I try to tell you, say, yo, Waterhouse team, me don't know all the man them so unlucky when come on to final. And 2021, yeah, when Cavalier won it, that was a COVID. The man then beat Waterhouse 2-1. So they said, like me, I tell 3 year, not 3 year, but 3 consecutive times. The man then went on to 3. You must be mad, man. I think Ducky lose one of them final day, But as a man like, Marcel Fuzzy-Gale, player that a coach that been around this Waterhouse system for years. I think Marcel Fuzzy-Gale used to go to Norman Manley. Probably. But he has been around this Waterhouse system for years. So that, I've answered your question. Mount Pleasant team is strong enough to win the final. They're strong enough to beat anybody right now. But thanks Sham 6, Tivoli and Waterhouse. That's the bracket I mean. And Joel, I say, yo, Waterhouse team. Bro, I agree with you. Look, I think if Waterhouse can keep them players for the next 2 seasons in our running, like, Nikai Christian is a veteran, But when you look at Javian Bryan, local youth from Boystone, Denard Thomas, what's his name? Andre Fletcher, you have Jibinson, those 2 players coming from Mount Pleasant. You have Keaton Simpson, very experienced player in the back. You have Shamar Booth. I have some players that, if they can keep these sets of young players, especially I love Jibinson in that midfield, sometimes with Shamar Booth, and they have Dallas, so they have quite a few youngsters that can really make this Waterhouse team a core again. I just feel like these players, have done everything that they could have done to get to the playoff. Yeah, but let's get back on the pathway with Mount Pleasant as top scorer Shaquille Bradford 10 goals, but I wouldn't really say he's top scorer for Mount Pleasant, but because he's going to come in and score a couple of goals. But I would say, of course, a chunk because he scored 7 goals. He started out the season there. Sham 6, I say, yo, does any players from Waterhouse can make Mount Pleasant start? Bro, you still want the man and go for more play? Bro, you know what I'm saying? I go email FIFA. Or I go email CONCACAF and tell them Pratina, FFP. Yeah, man. Boy, Sham 6 a week. Boy, you're wicked, you know? I mean, look, I think Jibinson is coming from Mount Pleasant, I think. Is either between Andre Fletcher or Denard Thomas. I think it's Andre Fletcher though. One of coming from Mount Pleasant as well. But I would say probably Javian Bryan. Why I say Javian Bryan? Because Javian Bryan is like a target player. Yeah, he's like a target player. And when you look in the back line, for Mount Pleasant, you have players like Daniel Green, who's a winger. He naturally love to get the ball inside of the box. Yeah, he naturally love to get the ball inside of the box. Devante Campbell naturally love to go down and get a lot of times. Devante Campbell come on and change the game for Mount Pleasant. A whole heap of time him come on and change the game for them, and get some crucial crosses into the box. Because them are a field. So I don't know why Tapa are playing the man double pivot sometime with Romeo Guthrie. People, if you agree with me, you think that was a mistake for Tapa to be playing, Romeo Guthrie with Demara Phillips double pivot as they lightweight. I have spoken to someone from Arnett. I have spoken to Jean Claudio from Mobile. And I think I was talking to a ex-Portmore player, yeah, and a Dumbo Olin player that usually play for Dumbo Olin. And I asked him the question, yo, when you play against Mount Pleasant, especially with Romeo Guthrie and them, the man them say it was so easy to get through the middle. The man say it is so easy to get through the middle, because when you look at it, Romeo is a player that he never played that role for Arnett Garden. He never played that role. Maybe transition into that role, when the game I play, but he never started in that role for Arnett Garden. So playing front that back line, Romeo Guthrie is a box to box player that going to link up the play. Demar Phillips a player that going to go all over the pitch. And I just think Demar Phillips was playing a little bit too deep at times. When he picked up the ball, he didn't impact the game that deep. He has to get in the defensive third. As he's a very intelligent player, very smart in terms of where to run, where to drop in pockets to pick up the ball. But he was trying too much. Every time when he get the ball, it's like he's like 30, 40 yards away from the play, trying to make a long ball. And I think that was a big mistake, for Tapa to be playing Romeo Guthrie at the time. But again, Ramon Oil, he was injured, and then the man get Tevin Shaw. That is a beautiful signing. Getting Tevin Shaw from Greenville Trumpet, yeah. Very experienced player that played in the Canadian League, played at Tulsa in the USL. I think he has played 3 clubs overseas, formerly of Boystone and Tivoli. Really good player. My former teammate at Boystone also, really good midfielder. But yeah, but I would say the top moments for Mount Pleasant is that top moments, where I can find the top moments for Mount Pleasant. I would say, that game against Arnett Garden that helped them to cement their spot in this first position in the regular season. I think that helped cement them spot, to be honest. Yeah, and that game that they won also at Jacksal against Cavalier, yeah, they came out hard in those 2 games as those 2 teams beat them in the previous round. So I think that's one of their top moments, but I just feel like, this team need to be a little bit more consistent in playing well-drilled, coordinated football, structure. Yeah, I still want to see Mount Pleasant be playing with that a good team structure. Remember, us Reggae Boys fans, we beat Tapa every day about this. We beat him every day when we coach the national team. I will beat him every day when I coach the national team. You know, Shamsik said none of them cut it when they were at Mount Pleasant. Yeah, none of them never get emos. But then again, you know, bro, he look like one of them have too much players, bro. Like when I look at Mount Pleasant team, them go for I like signing them are what's his name? Deacon. Them are a Deacon from Monica. That is a big waste of signing. Like you have a good, fruitful academy. You have Devante. You know, that's a really like what Mount Pleasant would I do with Sufferer? Like, me tell you, it's a Sufferer, Deacon have to play jungle football. Deacon can't play, you know, countryman football on Mount Pleasant. Can't play that. He have to play jungleman football, man. Yeah, Deacon, the best of Deacon out in the Art Garden. And again, even the striker that they took, local youth, they used to go Ochi High School, Allen, and his name. You know, I always get them two players name mix up. The striker that left Art Garden, Marlon or Martin, I don't remember. And talking about the number if Art Garden not play CDM. Yeah, I just can't put them names together and I remember like this is Marlon, this is Martin, you know, but you know me at that. No man last season that scored 9 goals for Arnett. Yeah, that went to Mount Pleasant also in the half season, went to Dumble All in the January period and loan. You know, he didn't even get much game. You know, have a player even Shandy James that left Arnett Garden went to Mount Pleasant. The man hardly get game. You know, so you could see, you know, as stars of players. Owen and Shaw will be the double pivot. You know, Mario might end up on the bench. James will play acting midfield. That's Nathaniel James. So where Phillips are gonna play? Sham 6. So where Phillips are gonna play? So if Owen and Shaw are gonna play as a double pivot, where Phillips are gonna play? Because I still feel like Phillips fair play in front of them two players, you know. And it's just so unfair, you know, upon Romeo Guthrie, because Romeo Guthrie is a player that, you know, playing for Arnett Garden a few seasons now, and when you really look at it, Romeo Guthrie been putting in some excellent performances, you know, for both teams when he was at Arnett and now he's playing. He's one of the most consistent players, you know, in terms of just doing his natural duty on the pitch for Mount Pleasant this season. Yeah, Mount Pleasant just need to score their goals. That's the team problem. Yeah, Shaki Bradford, you know, him get a few goals. I remember a few games, and him just didn't put them away. You know, Kwesi Chung, again, sometimes can miss some chance, but, you know, wonderful goal that him score for Arnett Garden, man. Even Daniel Green scored a free kick for Eric Edwards. It was Daniel Green. That was a belter. You know, that was a belter. Allen isn't up to it as well. Oh, it's Allen, so all right. So it's Allen. James has more to his game than Mario. So I say Mario. Boy, the Mario flips are Mr. Mount Pleasant still now. Don't see them at bench. Mario. Yeah, man. Green free kick, man. Yeah, man. A wonderful belter, man. Thunderball, Eric. Boy, I mean, I think Eric could have done anything to stop the ball, but I think them are Phillips and Mr. Mount Pleasant still really and truly, you know. I think a Tapper boy, a Tapper love him. But look, I'm gonna move on. There's you know, I spend too much time on Mount Pleasant. You know, I run my little pieces already on Mount Pleasant. Their top moments. I said beating Arnett Garden recently and beating Cavalier helped them to finish in first position in the regular season. So I take that as one of, and then you probably could say the first 6 games that they won of the season kind of set up them, you know, to go on to have this brilliant run after Arnett Garden defeat them. Yeah, after Arnett Garden defeat them in December, they still on a run, you know. So let's see what's going to happen in the playoff. But this is the thing. This is another thing. Sometimes if when the team them finish, you know, first and second and they advance to the semi-final automatically, probably, you know, they take too long to play games. And when the team them come back, and had that kind of happen, you know, to Arnett Garden, is like, Onyx Garden, they just couldn't find that rhythm. They just couldn't find that rhythm. Last campaign, they just sit out watching like how the league break now for the next, probably would say the next 10 days before, the 22, 21st, something like that. The knockout games, next 10 days from now. Then the man have to wait again for the next 2 weeks. No, man, the man have to wait too long, man. So I think sometime, man, them top moments beating Portmore and Cavalier on it. Yeah. That too. Probably you could say, you see that performance that Mount Pleasant beat Tivoli Garden 1-0. That was a top performance. That was one of the best games I've seen. Mount Pleasant played that Tivoli game. Even though Tivoli was really off, like, I don't know if it was the sun or what, but that Tivoli team, even Jerome Wade said it. Yeah, the 22nd. Even Jerome Wade said it. The team was just off. And I was looking forward to see a really good game between the two teams. I think it was top of the table clash at one time. But if that's your top moments, my top moment is the two important wins, is that Onyx Garden and Cavalier game. They beat both teams at home, and you could add the icing on top of the cake. This first 6 games that they have won to start out the season with, that kind of set them up to do what they've been doing right now. But moving on, the second team in the second position, Cavalier. Cavalier, came second, finish above Tivoli at the end. That they say the last run, the fixtures of the regular season after Tivoli, got beaten down there, catching on. I think they were 2-0, 2-1. And Cavalier thump up. Who Cavalier beat? Cavalier play a team and thump them up. Cavalier play Mullines. Like, what even really happened to Mullines? Why Mullines just fell apart just like that? Really good teams. I think Mullines is a team that this season have scored the most 2+ goals in a game and I win them. Yeah, man. Mullines team have scored a good amount of goals. Tivoli have always struggled at Jacksal. Shamsix, yeah, Mount Pleasant fan. Seems like edge over there, so switch the board. Yeah, switch the board. But Cavalier season started out at, playing in the CONCACAF Champions League. Yeah, they started in match day 3 at Westport Park when Westport, Montego Bay beat them 1-0. That was a good game. Yeah, the Brazilian Lucas, the central midfielder, rose from a corner kick from his Brazilian teammate, Jean Claudio Ferreira. Yeah, I remember that goal. Man, from Lucas, and a lot of people are saying, Harborview, Cavalier, they tired, they coming off after a long season, CONCACAF champion, but this is why you need to be a little bit more stronger up front. Yeah, and I don't think that's the main problem with this Harborview team to struggle like this as well. They finished in the top 6 last season and finished all the way down there. Joking, but Cavalier start out the season against Mobile, they lose 1-0. Yeah, they lose 1-0 at Westport Park. Let's get this pull up. After they lose, 1-0 at Westport Park. So losing 1-0 at Westport Park, beating Harborview, and then go on, to unbeaten in the next 3 games, draw 1-1 against Waterhouse. That 1-1 draw that Cavalier had in the early part of the season against Lima, Cavalier shouldn't. Who remember that game? That game played on a Sunday. Was a 1 p.m. kickoff at Jacksal when Kevin Graham or Kevin Brand, I think the defender Kevin Graham scored from a set piece and Cavalier get a late goal. Yeah, a very late goal. A controversial goal too. I think was to be Lima's first victory of the season, man. Yeah, I think that should have been Lima's first victory of the season. Mount Pleasant is my team. Yeah, I could tell, man. I could tell Mount Pleasant are your team, brother. But look, as I was saying, that 1-1 victory, that 1-1 draw between Cavalier and Lima, yeah, that was probably a poor, probably a first half display. I was watching that game. I was in Jamaica at that time, and I was watching that game, and I was very frustrated. Then second half, I went to drive out and I traveled to Brighton, and I was watching the game on my way, to Brighton to watch Portmore and Mullins at the end. I was watching the game on my phone, and when I saw, that goal that Cavalier scored in the last, I just turned off my phone. I'm like, whoa, how is this a goal? Lima should have finished off. Yeah, the man should have finished off Cavalier. That goal, man. Is it a handball? I think it was a handball. They got a penalty. I think something like a handball at the end of the game around deep into extra time. Deep into extra time. Yeah. But first 8 match, Cavalier played, 3 wins, 2 loss, 3 draw. Yeah. And then from match day 11 to match day 19, 10 wins, 1 draw, no defeat for the man. Shaja, they went on a run. And I remember even one time before the build up to the CONCACAF Champions League game with Cincinnati, yeah, they didn't concede for I think around 6 games. They didn't concede for about, these sets of games that they played, from match day 11 to match day 19, 10 win and a draw. They only have conceded 1 goal and scored 19. So you could see that Cavalier kind of stepped up a notch in their performance after, they lost that final against Robin Hood. But the curse and the sadness started with, right when Cincinnati came to town to play them in the National Stadium in Acosta, the Argentinian, the magician, ripped Cavalier apart. Before that, Cavalier played 2 home, not 2 home games. Cavalier played 2 games. One of the game, they won 4-0 and they won 2-0. Let me find it until I remember. Try to find this. Because I want to show you how ironical this is. So, they beat Lima 4-0. Yeah, even that 4-0 they beat Lima over Arnett Garden Stadium. I don't even know how Lima be playing a very high line against a Cavalier team. Cavalier team is one of the best teams in the transition with a team like, I wouldn't say Arnett Garden is a really transition team. Arnett Garden is a front foot team like Liverpool that want to get on the ball. But Cavalier team is a team that sit low block at times in big games and try to hit you on the counter. But they beat Lima, over there in Arnett 4-0. And then they beat Veer over there again 2-0. And then the big game, 2 games, yeah? Cincinnati at the National Stadium, they lost 2-0. So they get a taste of their own medicine that they give Veer. And they went to Ohio. They went to Ohio and got 4-0, a taste of their own medicine that they gave Lima. So they gotten 4-2, they gotten 4-0 and 2-0 in the 2 legs. But it was written all over the wall. It was written all over the wall against a very good Cincinnati team. Cincinnati was the first. I think Cincinnati came first in the Eastern final. They knocked out Philadelphia Union. Yeah, they knocked out Philadelphia Union in the MLS playoff. So Cincinnati was on farm. Big team. But after that, it's like a sadness for the Cavalier team, man. Cavalier teams that they couldn't win a game, draw against Umberland. The first time they can see that goal in, I think, around 6 games. See the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After play Umberland, over on it. First time they can see it in 6 games. Then play on it again, a rescheduled game. I think it was that game played on a Thursday. Yeah, they came back twice to draw in the complex against Arnett. And Mount Pleasant kicking them face at Jackson and then Portmore beat them 1-0. You know, and then they just went on to win 3 games on the bouncing and finish second. But that game that they played, Treasure Beach, man. Treasure Beach and Mullins game, the man them scored 11 goals in those games. So Cavalier last 3 games. Cavalier, have scored 15 goals and only conceded 2. So the man is determined to them come back for them second place. Yeah, but overall though, I would say, overall I would say, this Cavalier team have really, after the end of the CONCACAF games, they have really showed what Cavalier is after facing a lot of difficulties. I remember, I don't know how many people know, I realize this Cavalier team, they have changed a lineup in almost every games that they played in. Every time they have changed somebody. So they're not playing, even when under 20 qualifiers was in St. Kitts, the last, I think the left back Irving, they have lost young Adrian Reed, they have lost is it Christopher Ainsworth, so they have lost a few pieces, and then again, I remember even at one time, Leng, Ming, these players, Jaden White, they're just missing, injured. So, they be changing, chop and change, and that's really a good thing sometimes that, teams don't really study how you play. But this Cavalier team is a really good young team. Trust me, it's a really good young team, and I have to really, applaud, Mr. Rudolph Speed of what he's doing with this team. Yeah, of doing a really excellent job with this Cavalier team. And this Cavalier team, don't sleep on them. Do not sleep on them. And I think Nicholas Hamilton is supposed to come back in the team. I think he was injured for most part of the season. Yeah, Nicholas Hamilton. And then you have Busy Campbell come back in the team. Also, at one point, what's his name? The player that everybody always beats. Anytime a local player need to get called up, I can get called. What's his name? King. Yeah? King come back in the team. So don't sleep on this team. Do not sleep on this Cavalier team. Yeah, but I'm running through. I spent so much time. But another thing I supposed to say, one of the top moments for Mount Pleasant was the only team have done the double over Tivoli this season. The only team they have done the double. Yeah? They have done the double over Tivoli. That's a big achievement because Tivoli don't lose to top 6 teams this season. Others from Mount Pleasant. The man them drew with Portmore, I think, twice. Them drew with Waterhouse and beat them. Don't sleep on this Tivoli team. But yeah, that was one of Tivoli Mount Pleasant big moments to beating Tivoli twice. Not many teams can say that. Yeah? Not many teams can say that about beating Tivoli twice. They have done the double over my team, the Junglers. The man them do the double over Junglers such a long time. Man do the double. I try to find something else because I know say. So Mobie and Mount Pleasant is the 2 teams that have done the double over Tivoli this season. So big achievement that not many teams can say, yeah, they have done double. As I positive sure that Tivoli only last around 3 games of the season. 2 games against Mount Pleasant, and they lost a game against Fear 2-1. I don't think Tivoli lose any more game after that. But Cavalier. So one of Cavalier top performer, this season is that Caribbean youth, John Mara Calvin. Brilliant player, especially when he's playing in a fast 9. Spain, Spain we used to live, but we did rate maybe. But you see what I say. 3, 7, 8, 7, 6, So who you suppose? So you try to say 3 like Spain we used to live, but they rate maybe United. So If they live at Spain, that means he's a Rivali supporter then. You must support Rivali. You have to support a team over this. I support Frasers. So that I say in 2014 and 15, Mobile United used to have. Yeah, man, with Dino Williams and man. Alan Atty and Giacomino Barrett in the team and Ladiel Ritchie. Big team that man. You know, youth from Mobile United used to kill the league. What you that? Dino Williams used to score a lot of goal. Alan Atty used to score a lot of goal. Owen Garden, Turkleman used to score a lot of goal. What do you play in Latina? Latina is wicked still, no? Latina is wicked, man. I think Arnett got to find out with them, you know. I think Arnett got to find out with them. Arnett. But yeah. But look, this Cavalier team, I would say probably the top moment, you know, for this Cavalier team for the season, I would say, you know, finish second in the regular season because the all of them really started out, you know, things never really picked up as how they wanted. You know, they went through a lot of challenges in terms of field players on the pitch, filling up the roster on the bench, you know. So Delano, I think him name. Delano, I don't remember that name. Try give me him full name, you know. But yeah, man, that's my look top moment right there, you know, for Cavalier right there. Moving on, Jerome and Tivoli Garden. Yeah, August the 12th, Jerome have appointed head coach of Tivoli Garden team. Yeah, Justin Dunn. Joel Smith, I said, I done. I go win the Golden Boot. Yeah, man, I look good, man. Promising you. But Tivoli, as I said, you know, Tivoli, moving on to Tivoli now. August the 12th, 2023, Jerome have appointed as the new head coach. Took over from, I think, was Teddy Johnson and Omar, what's his name? Bailey, I think, I forgot his name, the artist. We're saying Big Belly Man. I almost forgot his name. Jaja. But I think Teddy Johnson and I forgot his name. Bailey, the coach. Somebody tell me what I'm first name. How the hell I forgot his name? I think those two coaches, you know, were the coach at Tivoli Garden last season. Yeah, but when I saw, but you know what's the big man thing? Jeremy did forget still. Admiral Bailey. Yeah, man, Admiral Bailey. Jeremy, I'm supposed to go in. Yeah, man, Jeremy, at the time, Jeremy did supposed to go on it Garden, but something went down and it just never materialized out. Yeah, man, the king did for come back, man. The king did for come back in a complex, but it's very frustrated, man. Cause Jeremy won the last 4 Premier League for Arnett Garden. You know, the only Premier League title that Jeremy win at the 1978 title that Arnett Garden win. That's the only Premier League title Jeremy win, man. But the best coach in the country, no doubt about it. The best Jamaican Premier League coach. People used to say, oh, Donovan Doki, this, Jeffrey Maxwell. Even Admiral Bailey is a really good coach, you know. But look, Tivoli started out things brightly. That first game, and I think that's the only game I've played in the National Stadium all season long when they defeated Waterhouse 3-0 in that round 1 fixture at the National Stadium. 3-0. And that sets off Tivoli Garden. Like everyone was like, "Whoa!" But the type of goal that I think Barry scored in that game. You know, Barrington Price I think scored in that game. I don't think Justin Dunn played in that game. Even during the season, you know, Jeremy was saying that, you know, I think he was asked a question about Justin Dunn, and he said, you know, I came in this team and this player was playing at left back, and I literally asked him. And the man said, yeah, he used to play left back last season. Like, a player is play left back. Man used to play left back last season. Now him gone with 15, 16 goals in half the league campaign. Jaja, that's crazy. That is crazy. The man used to play left back last season, but really, like, you know, when me and him attack, and it seems like a youth where, you know, level-headed, really motivated to do greatness in the league, you know, really respect Jerome Waite as a coach. Yeah, a player that, you know, he's working hard. Even during a part of the season, he went through a little drought. You know, again, he was playing with an hamstring injury and all of that, you know. And he'll say, yo, hamstring injury is something you can run off. You know, just you have to rest your muscles and get yourself back in order so you know you can finish the season strong. And he did, and he went out and missing 2 games on the bounce, and you know he came back and just started to play good after that. You know, but Justin Dunn, a really good player. But you know, match day 1 to match day 6 for Tivoli, you know, 2 last 3 win, yeah, including that big win in the complex. Have done the double over the Junglers, yeah. Justin Dunn have scored a hat-trick. I think the last time Tivoli have done the double over anything, I think it was back in 2015, 2016 season. It have never done before in the last decade, you know. So I have been beating Tivoli for a long time, you know. Tivoli is that team that, you know, was on a downhill, especially after the COVID. They just didn't find back the emotion. I want to see games they playing back at Tivoli. I want to see games play back at Tivoli, man. But what Jerome Waite done to this team, yeah? What Jerome Waite have done to this team, you know, match day 7 to match day 12, 4 wins and 2 draw. They went on an undefeated run, yeah, and they just started to score goals, and Tivoli have scored at 51 goals. The last time a team scored that much goal, it was Portmore. I said it earlier out in the video, in 2018 season, yeah? Tivoli, when Portmore scored 53 goals. So not many teams can say, you know, they scored over 50 goals in a regular season campaign. It's not something that done on a regular basis in the Premier League. And also, not many teams as Mount Pleasant can say they almost finished with 60 odd points. You know, again, the last team to finish over 60 points, it was Portmore that time when they did the double. You know, Portmore was a goal machine team at that time, yeah? And I have to big up my classmate during that time, and Javan East, the man who's playing at Costa Rica right now for Saprissa. Scored loads of goals in both of those Premier League seasons. I think Devin Shaw was at Portmore, I think, during that time. You know, Devin Shaw was at the team at that time too. But last season, Tivoli Gardner finished on 22 points. Yeah? 29 points better than last season. So you see the big difference Jeremy bring to this team. Last season, Tivoli Gardner finished on 22 points. They have finished 29 points better than last season. Tivoli Gardner last season have scored 29 goals. This season, they have scored 22 goals better than last season. Let me go on let me pull up. I'm gonna pull up last year and tell you how much goal them score, but you can do the calculation, but I'm going to give you the exact numbers. But again, last season, Tivoli have conceded 42 goals. Yeah, last season. This season, Tivoli have 23 goals. No, 19 goals lesser. So they conceded 26 goals this season. So that's 19 goals lesser than last season. So yo, Jerome have made a big difference with this team. Big difference. You know, so this season Tivoli, you know, scored 51 goals, conceded 23. Yeah, 51 points. You know, so the league is much more competitive than last season, because I think Arnett finished the league with 55 points last season. You have Mount Pleasant 59, Cavalier 54, Tivoli, you know, 51, Arnett, Tivoli 49. It's just that Waterhouse was the only team in that top 6, you know. They fell out of that top 6 one time, you know, in the last, I think, a month ago, you know, and then they just, for some reason, Waterhouse was finding a way, because Dumbo just went on to lose 2 games Yeah, and Mobile was playing too much of a catch-up. Too much of a catch-up Mobile was playing. Yeah, but this Tivoli team, man. This Tivoli team. 42 goals conceded last season. And now 23 goals. A lot of people said, look, Jerome Wade team I got always score a lot of goals. But Jerome Wade team I got always conceded. But Jerome Wade have shown the people them that look, my team can play better. Yeah, my team can play really good. And Mount Pleasant conceded 15 goals. That's really good. Who conceded 15 goals last season? I bet you're not going to shock. Humberland have conceded 15 goals last season. How did Humberland concede 15 goals last season? How that happened? Tell me how that happened. But Andrew Price, I could say, is one of the best defensive coach in the league. With arguably one of the best CDM/center half in the country. Only Bigger Thompson. Yeah. So Mount Pleasant have equal the best defensive record last season, which is Humberland. Portmore is the second best. Portmore conceded 17 goals. Yeah, and now again they beat the record. They conceded 16 goals. So if you look on a Portmore team, conceded 17, yeah, last season and conceded one less this season. And last season they missed out on a playoff spot, 1.41. Number one finish in 6 and 42. Unfortunately, football is a sport, so boy, I tell you sometimes it's unpredictable, man. You just can't predict it. Cannot predict it at all. But yeah, Justin Dunn, 15 goals. He have scored 29% of all Tivoli goals this season. And that is a lot of goals. A player has scored 29%, 29.4% of the goals that he has scored out of the 51. 29% the man scored. That's a lot. That's you can probably average that after 30. Yeah, if you can just average that after 30%, that's a whole lot of goals the man scored in a regular season. So let's see, if he can break Colin Anderson record. I think Colin Anderson scored 17 or 18 goals last season. Colin Anderson last season scored 18 goals. Fabian with 15. Trevante Stewart 15. Jason Wright. Yo, you have to big up Jason Wright, Jason Wright have done it again because Jason Wright scored almost 30 goals in the last 2 Premier League seasons. And he's scoring goals for Mullines. I think if all of you have some ambition, if all of you want a striker, that proven striker, because when they really look at it, they don't really there's not much strikers out there right now. Tell you, Justin Dunn, 16 goals, right? Player like Justin Dunn, 16 goals. He's at Tivoli. He's not going to leave Tivoli. Javier Bryan, he's not going to leave Waterhouse just like that. Jason Wright is there, scored 12 goals. Yeah, that's 27 goals. He has scored 27 goals in 2 seasons. Yeah, and I think if he didn't injure, he could have probably scored more goals. He picked up a little foul injury. I don't know what that game they played against Waterhouse. Fletcher, double figure for Waterhouse. Yeah, Andre Fletcher, Beckford, 10 goals. But when I'm looking at the pool here, Aberview is a rich history in the Premier League. Is it 20 goals? I was saying at the time, like, they still count it after regular season. I didn't know they still count the goals after regular season finish. I guess he probably scored an extra goal, in that playoff. But I'm just checking it as the regular season. I'm not adding playoff score in it. Yeah, that's why you hear me said, but thanks for that correction, though. But what I would say, though, Aberview, you have players like Nicholas Nelson, double figures at double one. If you say, Nelson, look, see a 100 pieces, see a 90, come score some goals to me. Nicholas Nelson will be a wonderful addition to the Aberview team. So I think Aberview as a club, that won 2 CFU championship, 5 Premier League title, and top it off with around 6 Jackie Bell. It's a big club. So if you go out there in the market and you go for, you know, Jason Wright is a good player, as I said. 15 goals last season, 12 goals this season. That's what? 27 goals. You know, so go out there, man, and get those players. You know, again, you could even go for young Justin Dunn. Look, Menida, you're the hottest team right now in the league. Show your class as a team that they call Stars of the East. Show your dominance in transfer market, but Calvin Stewart have got deep in his pocket because this Harborview team is not looking good. Yeah, but going on to the team from Britain, All Whites, Portmore, the 7-time champion. Yeah, the 7-time champion, the 2-time CFU champions. I have to respect this team, but this is not a team that I love, but when I put everything aside on a banter, I have to respect this team. I have to respect this team to the max because, you know, this team, for the last 2 seasons that they played in the Jamaican Premier League, yeah, they have conceded 18 goals in the last 2 seasons. You know, me never yet look on how much goal Portmore conceded when they won the back-to-back league. So when they won the back-to-back league, Portmore have scored 53 in 2018-2019, scored 53 goals, conceded 27, but still they get 66 points. But you have to remember they played a lot more games then, and it was 12 teams. It's played like 3 times. In the next season, 17-18, they scored 62 and conceded 20. 25 and 66 points. So, wow. So the time when they won back-to-back, they have gotten 66 points in both season, regular season, and finished first. That's a lot of goals, you know. But this season though, I have to give Vassarinas a whole lot of credit because, yeah, man, so one Portmore, but you have to give Vassarinas a lot of credit. You know, this team have shown dominance over the season building up, you know, not the best time. They didn't start the season that well, but I think they only lost 1 game. This season. Joel Smith, seems like you're a Portmore man. Was the game that they lost against Veer, was that at Ferdinand Park? Tell me if that game played at Ferdinand Park, because if that game played at Ferdinand Park, that was the only game they lose at Ferdinand Park. So tell me if that game did actually play at Ferdinand Park. Yeah? Trying to see if I can make a quick run through. Portmore and Veer. Portmore and Veer, because that one day they kind of slip up with me. Just never remember to look on that one to see where Portmore played Veer that day. So the game that Portmore and Veer play at Jackson. Yeah, that game also, that was the 1 p.m. kickoff. Oh, at the same time when Arnett and yes, right. So that means that Portmore went undefeated at Ferdinand Park this season. Portmore lose a match at Ferdinand Park. Portmore no lose no match at Ferdinand Park. You know, Arnett went there, get beaten. You know, Mount Pleasant went there, they drew 1-1. Dumbo went there, they get, I think that game drew 1-1, I think. I don't think Portmore lose a game at home. I doubt it. I've been tracking Portmore record at Ferdinand Park from they started play there until now. Don't think Portmore lose a game at Ferdinand Park. No, they don't. Portmore have only lost 3 games. The 3 games that they lost is the 1-0 at Jackson, and the Mobile game that they lost at Westport, and the game that they played in the first game of the season at Jackson. Yeah, so they lose 2 games at Jackson, and So they lost. Then the man them unbeaten in Kingston. How they were at it. So the man them unbeaten in Kingston. 1 game at Westport Park and 2 game at Jackson. That's sign this. So Portmore have win. I think they played around 12 games at home. Yeah, 12 games. So the man didn't lose not 1 game at Furniture Park and only conceded 16 goals. Next week, I'm gonna tell you, it's in my phone, but I can't really go around the JPS Stats kind of section on my phone right now of telling you how much games and them play at Furniture Park. But I'm going to give you all that details next week for the preview of the playoff quarterfinal. Yeah. But as I said, man, Vasarenas, yeah, really, really good coach, you know. Yeah, man, Travis, you know, just passing through. Bless up. But me, every time when Portmore, like, I don't know, every time when Portmore have been playing like this, as a junglist, I'm always afraid. Because you know why? This team have won the most Premier League title in the history of Jamaica. Yeah? And they always have some sets of players and they always have a well-organized structure in terms of coaching staff. I have to respect them for that. But Chevron was just coming off back an injury. He played the last couple of games now. Yeah, he was out for a while, Chevron was. And Portmore kind of went into a little spell where they scored, but they're not scoring that much goal during that spell. Yeah? Yeah, is it? So, Portmore, why? Me know how junglers are going to deal with them, but boy, Joel, me a come for your cookie dough, you know. Yeah, man. If this was a 1-half game, more that confidence on it can beat Portmore. More that confident. But to almost I ain't got to play Portmore like two games them. You know, one of the games never stream on TV, but you know, you have this channel on YouTube, I remember waiting him. Sometimes the games them on a stream on Sportsmax, them actually capture it and can watch back over the full game. And it's there. Yeah, but I have to give Portmore this. Over the 2 games that they played on it, got it, the best team between the 2 teams. Portmore are the best team. But if this was a 1-half game, we would have 100% have more confidence in the junglers to beat Portmore. But it's because it's going to be a 2-legged game. Vassarena is a good coach, and me as a junglist, I don't have much confidence in a Xavier Gilbert. I don't have much confidence in him. Like, when the Reggae Boys then play the first leg in the national stadium against Canada, I see him after time break, and I say, Coach, look, you don't know me personally, you know, but I know your track records and all of that. But I tell you, honest the truth, come out of Teagat Davis. Playoff start the 22nd of this month. You know, Portmore will play Alec Gardner 2-legged game. And both leg will play. I don't know why them do like. You know, if because of marketing issue or you know a lot of people might not go further in the park, but we just love to see the all-time playoff games and come back and it play Fallon Sports Complex. Portmore play further in the park in the both player. But Daniel, both legs of the quarterfinals and semi-final will play at Sabina Park and the final will play at the National Stadium. Remember, Joel, you remember that final, Joel? That Arnett beat you, what, 2-1 when Mr. Morgan scored 1 goal from the right-hand side? You remember that goal, Joel? That Mr. Man scored, Marvin Morgan? So Arnett got to full up the National Stadium? Yeah. I wanted that, yeah, remember I tell you, yeah? Junglist, man. Junglist, I come prepare, but I was saying to Stephen Gilbert, like, yo, coach, I respect you. As a coach, yeah, I have to respect you because you coach my team and I support that team, yeah, for over 2 decades now. Yeah? Same so me as a coach. I support this team yeah, for over 2 decades. I'm in a reach 38. So just look on the history between that. More want to stop coach a team as if a Teagat or Eric did a coach a team last season. Put in your own structure Me understand say yo, junglist and one team like Barcelona, them only can play one way. And it can just have to play on the front foot. That's and it can. And it can play with handbrake down. Handbrake up. And it can drop all handbrake and play football like a Mexican national team. Running. Yeah? So me I make him know so coach. Me not like you have to go change up some structure in the team, because this not gonna work, coach. It's not gonna work. Them tell and it take about 5 games or 4 games before they win a game. And they start out the season really bad, man. Man now win a game at home for about, I think, match day 6 before the man win a game at home. I think a Treasure Beach will play and beat, But me I tell him, so yo, good coach, we have to respect you, but you need to add a next look at rhythm to the jungle. Put in your look own thing in that boss. So I'm here so where we say Arnett and Tivoli are go the semi-final, Portmore. And what was dead. Yo, boy, Chevis, look. I'm not gonna lie, it's a sticky one, because the man them beat you up at Furniture Park and the man them draw a complex in the boy Chevron Walsh score and goal. I can't believe how the man Chevron Walsh bully him, man. But Portmore have a good organization at the back. You see the boy, young man, play really good, But I'm gonna tell you, Arnett have to stop that team here. You see, if Arnett can stop Okilo Howard on the right and Emilio Russell on the left, Joel, your team dead. Because guess what? Marshall not playing about. The best football Missy Marshall play, I only got Trinidad when you go play. The best football Missy Marshall, even though he score about 5 goals a season, the best football Missy Marshall's play this season are when he go by international duty where they are Trinidad. Yeah, but Alex Marshall not playing about. But one thing I have to respect this Portmore team. Portmore, Portmore didn't score a lot of goals last season. Yeah, and they didn't have a lot of collective goals. But what Portmore is doing now, Chevron Walsh scored goal. Emilio Russell scored 5 goals alongside Alex Marshall. Yeah, as I said, Chevron Walsh. I think I have a stats. So this season, right? So this season, see if I get it. Hold on. Yeah, so this season, what Portmore, has been doing really well. Its goals are coming from overall, like it's a collective of goal from the team. As I said, Chevron Walsh been scoring goals, the leading goal scorer for Portmore. Alex Marshall has scored goal. Emilio Russell has scored goal. That's like almost 70% of the goals that Portmore has scored this season. Yeah, and what happened last season, they didn't get much goals from different players around the game. Like Russell was playing left back, or Kilo Howard, I think, got around 3 goals as a wing back. Yeah, so if Arnett can stop Alex Marshall from linking up, even though he's not playing really well consistently, yeah, what he has been doing, Alex Marshall has worked hard off the ball. The midfield, Portmore midfield, they playing really solid. And Rudolph Austin, I have to give him credit to, because he's organizing his team properly, especially when he's coming off the bench. I remember he played a cameo. He came off the bench. I don't know if Joel can tell me what game it was, but that game played, I think he played at over by the complex. They played a game. He came off the bench and he played a cameo, I think, where he assists a goal in that game. But I have to respect Portmore for that. But Portmore is playing really good. I cannot take Portmore light. Only Arnett have the best field can always the semi-final. Tivoli, Portmore, Waterhouse already, bro. So the players have to play at Sabana. Yeah, I agree with you. But remember, Evo, remember, one time, sometimes, the playoffs used to play home and away. I understand, say, it good for play a sub and a park, probably marketing strategy, the game can, more people can come up because Waterhouse only have two block of stadium. And even look at the game that they played against Harborview, the last game of the season, it was jam-packed. Yeah? So, yeah, I understand why the game is playing at, Sabina Park. But the team, they need to start fix up them field, man. God damn. Start fix them field. Arnett will beat Portmore. Yeah, man, red and black, man. Arnett got Travis Young, one of the better centre back. Yeah, you see, Young, one of the top centre half in the league. Stephen Young, I think he have scored a couple goals. Who have been playing well too? Barrington Price for Tivoli, playing excellent football. I love that player for Harborview, the tall player that got called up to the national team. I think his name is Edwards. I don't remember. Williams. I don't remember, but he played with Breaking Bridge on the back for Harborview. He's a good defender too, but he's playing at an unorganized Harborview system. Joel Cunningham for Arnett Yard is another player that, started out the season really well, but kind of drop off a little bit. Kyle Ming for Tivoli. No, Kyle Ming for Cavalier is a really good defender. Leng is also a good, Pinnacle, as I said. No, I mean Barry played a few good games, Every time when Barry showed up for Tivoli, he played some really good games, And I forgot Pinnacle too. Pinnacle probably is the more better center half this season than Barry, but I forgot his name. Yeah. Joel Cunningham gone on the USL, I heard. I forgot check out. I forgot check out that one that has me done about Joel Cunningham. That one that missed me. But I know that he was going to college one time in the US, So, but good though for Sisse, a young youth, getting a contract, Guard Stewart. Guard Stewart, yeah, man, that's the player I'm talking, man. Guard Stewart. Guard Stewart is a good center half. Watching 2 games then, I never did I really pay much attention to Guard Stewart before the Trinidad games come up. But after the Trinidad game, I said, no man, that youth here, I miss him. Like, I miss him on the radar for Harborview. Then I start watching now, I realize, say, a lot of times, Breaking Bridge step up in the midfield, you have Harding fly down up the flank, and sometimes the man alone around there. And then, Kaim Priestley and Joshua Anglin, man is not playing a ball in the midfield, so sometimes it's just a 2.5, 2v5, sometimes when the team them hit Harborview in a transition, but Harborview have been poor defending transition this season. Poor. I said used to, bro. Said used to be, in a collegiate system in the US. Used to. Guard Stewart is a versatile player. He can play as a midfield striker. Whoa, I didn't know that. Yeah, I know he can play in a CDM room because I've seen him play it already. Ludlow Bernard, chime in there. I think second half in one game already, and I've seen it, but don't really see much of him in a striker. But I see that he's very, very comfortable with the ball at his feet. Very comfortable. But if Harborview can get them hack straight and get things organized, then probably you will see the best out of him. But who knows in the summer? Mount Pleasant might come and snap him up. Guys, a really good player now. Really good player. But yeah, Portmore, my little thing. Portmore, I think Portmore have even drawn the most games. Portmore have drawn the most games this season. Yeah, I think they have drawn the most games. At one time, them and Mullines was on, I think, 7-7, neck and neck for see who can draw the most games. I think Portmore drew around 10 games this season. But one thing though, Portmore have a record that is only 2 teams, I think, have that record in the Premier League. I think Moby have done it first, where they went on to score in 13 consecutive games, and Portmore equal that also. So Portmore's a team that they must score. Yeah, they must score. When you have a team that has score goal but not conceding, Portmore average less than a goal You know, they concede less. They concede around 0. The last time I checked was 0.9, 0.8. The average, you know, at third interpart. They don't really give up anything at third interpart. But as I said, it's going to be a really good game. It is a really good game between Arnett and Portmore. It's a tricky time for both managers. And both managers, Vassarinas versus Gilbert, Excelsior versus Stats. It's going to be a really tricky game, you know. But I hope the Junglers can come off and pull off the one, because I still feel like a Junglers are the only team can stop Mount Pleasant, you know. I still feel so. Yeah, man. I still feel like Junglers alone can stop, you know, Mount Pleasant, man. I don't think nobody else can stop that team, man. Because that team run, me I tell you, man. And Portmore also, you know, Portmore also have the longest unbeaten run in the Premier League. Yeah, 16 games. Mount Pleasant have 15. So from match day 9 to match day 23, Portmore have gone 16 games unbeaten, 7 draw and 9 win, 24 goals scored and conceded 8 goals in that run. Yeah, so see that Travis, it's not a either team you go up against. You know, but you know, it's been like that for years, you know, even when Rowan Nelson them and Joyce them play, you know, and Vernon and I think Laxi Reed, the keeper is a coach. The keeper is a keeper for Portmore. Always been like that. I always have difficulties beating Portmore when the time comes on to knockout competition. Always. You know, but the Junglers, boy, I don't know how the Junglers them finished 5th. The Junglers them have a slow start to the season. And it took Arnett Garden 3 games to get off the mark at home. And after they beat Waterhouse 1-0 at Warner Brown. Warner Brown, first goal of the season. I think, boy, I'll Warner Brown. Really good striker, but Jaja. Just feel like him have too much, him rush. He rush too much whenever he's in front of the goal. But half the ball, Warner Brown is one of the best striker in the Premier League when it comes down to movements in and around the box. Half the ball, picking up. He's like he reminds me of a little bit of Inzaghi. He's like he banned on the offside trap, yeah? And I don't know if when he went away, he kind of learned that in Europe. I think he went to a Slovakia or Slovenia, one of them countries. Yeah? Yeah, man. But really good striker. But yeah, the Junglers. Why? My most embarrassment moment for the Junglers this season, I get beaten 2 times against the West Kingston Derby. Yeah? Tivoli Garden done the double of Arnett. That's my worst. I remember when Arnett Garden lost that first game at the complex and Justin Dunn scored a hat-trick. Before I come on this platform, tears come out of my eye. Tivoli is a team when I like it. Tivoli are one team where me not lose against Tivoli. The rivalry they're too big. And it come from way, way back. So yeah, man, I take the rivalry. You see that rivalry between Waterhouse and Arnett is a rival, you know. Big rival. 2 of the biggest supportive team in the league. But you see that West Kingston derby there between Philip Williams. Oh, me say Vassarinas. Okay, so me say Vassarinas about for Umberland. And so respect for that correction, Joel. So of Vassarinas is at Umberland. Philip Williams is the stats coach. Yeah. Philip Williams is a man at Portmore United. But that game is still lose. You know, I didn't lose, man. Boy, I don't know. Joey Cunningham give you a goal in that game between man. And that game there? Yeah, man, I think that game that Joey Cunningham maybe give you a goal, man. Boy. Jerry alone could have come on it and did that for Tivoli. Nobody. But look, Arnett Garden, one of the big things though with this season with Arnett Garden, whenever the number 8 played in that center, in that CDM position, yeah? Arnett midfield set, you know, with Shepherd, Cash. I like every time I get the number 8 name mix up with the striker left for Ghana Mobi, you know. I can't remember the name, you know. can't remember the name. Always get the name twisted up. You know, but the number if Arnett, Jamon Shepherd, Cash, and National Jaheim Thomas. That's Arnett guard the midfield, right? So, yeah. And they have been playing consistently all season. For the most part of the season, they play consistently. Especially Shepherd. When he played against Aberview in both the games, it's like him turn up against his former team. You know, National, one of the young prospects for this team. And talking to a few around, you know, my friend who live in a jungle, saying that, you know, Mount Pleasant is looking at Jaheim Thomas. And I hope it don't happen next season. But it's going to happen if he get offer more money. And I know for sure he will get offer more money, just like Guthrie. Just like the others. Yeah? Man said National fall off. But bro, you think he can play a good board more than he play bad this season? For the last month or two, National not playing a ball, but when they go behind that, he might play excellent. So you have to say him play better, you know, throughout the whole season than how he fall off. Okay, I understand, so you say National fall off, but I think that idea, he play consistently more than how he fall off. And again, you know, Travis, it seems that he's a red and black. Me is a red and black too. And what save on it that season, brother? I tell you what save on it that season, because you see the start around February. Yes, it start around February. Arnett Garden now win games, but the longest Arnett Garden win this season is 6 games unbeaten. And that is poor from Arnett Garden. Arnett only have 6 games consecutive where they go unbeaten. They never tap that again for the season. And what really saved the Junglist this season, me I tell you, bro, because Warner, bro, now score no goal. Shea Smith now score no goal. Shea Smith sometimes is like he's a man with a glass as him dropping broke. It's like him just injured sometimes. I don't know what happened. Good player, but the man just can't put consecutive performances on the pitch. And he was really excellent for us last season. After he came over from Portmore in the half season, he scored some goal for us, some crucial goal too. You understand? And I'm never get to the point. Fabian Parker Blacks Reed save on it that season, me I tell you. If I never Parker Blacks, me I tell you, Arnett Garden probably would have fight for getting another top sixer. The man that come score 10 goals in a 15 games. Maybe if Parker Blacks never come in, maybe somebody else will find the goal. And I think they have the next player named Rashid. He came in, whenever he get called up and he scored a few goals. He scored a few goals also. Mount Pleasant, I use the players have money. Players need to know money important, but at the same time, you as a player need to play. Player look at Romeo Guthrie play in a couple games, then bench Jaja Star. Boy, Peso. Big so Romeo Guthrie gone still, But again, we get Jamon Shepherd, a player that can rotate the ball and keep the ball free, and somebody that even can dribble the ball better than Guthrie. But Guthrie is just that player that keep the ball ticking over. I'm not gonna lose much of the ball, but only my issue with Guthrie is Guthrie hold on to the ball at some point now midfield. And as a midfielder, you have to know when to hold on to the ball, you have to know when to release, you have to know when to dribble. And I think Shepherd have done that consistently more than all Guthrie have done a couple of seasons in Arnett Garden. Guthrie hold on to the ball. Probably could say his first season, him play a little bit better in terms of not holding on to the ball for too long, but Guthrie give up possession sometimes too easy. You understand? So I just feel like Fabian Reed with his experience, but everyone wants to thank God, things never work out for him at India, make him have a comeback. Wanted things to work out for him so the baller can go overseas and show him talent and eat and food, take care of him family. Yeah? But Arnett Garden have to give thanks to Parker Blacks. May I tell you, if Parker Blacks never come in at that team and score 10 goals in 15 games, Anik Garden are probably dead in the show. Me I tell you, Anik Garden probably that dead in the show. Probably, you know, the local games them that Waterhouse win. The last, look, Waterhouse now win consecutive game from match day 2 to match day 3. Waterhouse now win a consecutive game. After them get defeated in a national stadium against Tivoli, them go on to win 2 games. I think them beat Mobile and then beat the next team. I'm going to look at it. Let me look at this. The 2 teams them that in Waterhouse. So Waterhouse beat Mobile and Lima 3-0. You know, at 3-0, and then them beat Lima 3-1. So if you know, no, when Waterhouse win them 2 games, at the first time since, you know, Waterhouse win them last 4 match from match day 23 to match day 26. At the first time win consecutive games. And look at the standing. Waterhouse only finish 6 points. Them are Mobile only finish 6 points behind the Junglers. Let's say the Junglers, the team drop off big time. Finish from 49. Oh, Waterhouse now. Look, from match day 2 to match day 3, Waterhouse now win consecutive game. How the season done, Waterhouse only finish 6 points behind the Junglers. Them and Mobile. Mobile went on a 10 game and beat the run when they win 7 and draw 3 game. The man then take out 2 games out of the bag. Draw a Jackson, Mobile draw Jackson, and then come a Portmore yard and draw. She just said the man might play some good football. So I tell you, if Parker Blacks never come in at this Arnett team, Arnett probably dead in the show. I've probably 7 on it that finish. Because the team, one time the team start hit the team, the players in national fall off. One time, I think Marlon Martin, number 8, him. One time him injured, him drop off a farm after him come back. Cunningham, one time start give a goal. I think Jones in the back line, he must give Real man game a sub-line against Cavalier. When man get to a 3-0. Give a man goal, brother. So I'm here to tell you, if we give thanks, for Parker Blacks, the return of Parker Blacks from score 10 goals in 15 games, because boy, I'm here to tell you, the man. So in a 2 season, the man scored 25 in a 2 season combined. Last season scored 15, this season scored 10. Parker Blacks did have 6 more games in score. In probably reach up there with Justin Dunham and Javian Bryan. And Parker Blacks, he scored on his debut. He scored on his return, so not debut, his return from India. Yeah, he scored on his return. That game was the first game in the new year. He scored, I think it was Veer. He scored on Treasure Beach, and it got 1-2-0. Yeah. And then after that, we lose the game at Sabina Park against Cavalier. Then we beat Dumbo. You say like game there? You say like game there? We beat Dumbo in the Parker Blacks corner. And again, if we lose again in the complex. That me I tell you again, we should have lose a game there. And then Parker Blacks come score Achik Pampa Mullines. The man win some crucial points on it, Garden. And the goal him score upon Tivoli. If we capture the 3 points there, I tell them, man, if we capture the 3 points there, brother. But it's all the game in Cavalier. That's not here, but Parker Blacks, respect for your service, brother, because I tell you, Shepherd is a good buy for it. Always like him as a player. Yeah, from there, have you there, boy. You never really get even much look in at JC. Parker Blacks a big baller and striker. He is the very willing, crafty striker. Yes, I tell you, you see, 2 strikers in the league right now where you see once the man did the over ball, you can't take it away. You see JC right and Parker Blacks. When the man they control the ball and stand up over the ball, you can't take away the ball from the man. So my biggest moment as a junglist this season are the return of Parker Blacks. That are my biggest moment. Because Arnett Garden play like a shit when it comes to the top 16 then. We beat Waterhouse. We draw with them. Arguably a controversial goal that Arnett scored. Them say the ball go over the line. We lose against Cavalier. We draw 2-2. We lose against Mount Pleasant. We beat them. We lose against Tivoli 2 times. And we lose against Portmore 1 time. Sonic Yard only beat 1 top 16, brother. So I tell you, say, yo, my team, boy. But me just hope. But I tell you, I'm not really too worried, you know, but me just disappointed that, sometimes Xavier Gilbert kind of manage the team throughout the regular season. Me not like it, man. Sometimes now youth give some of the younger youth them some games. Sometimes you gotta lead, take off some of the man them. You know, but when it comes down to playoffs still, a different thing. So the red and black full up of that coming week after next. Joel, you're gonna say something. You see what in the final? Must say 2015, 2016, I think when we win. I think at 2014, 2015. One of this when I got to beat Portmore in the National Stadium. How about you sell the game to Waterhouse to not? Yeah, bro, you see that? Yo, I don't know, like, how nobody not see that game, like, how nobody not see that, bro? The man make a back pass and then the man kick and miss the ball. And then the man just walk the ball past the keeper, brother. Yo, Johnny, I'm feel it for Moby because from the start of February, Moby ain't lose no match. The man ain't got 10 game unbeaten. Sad, man. It's sad. It's sad, bro. Sad, man. Feel it. Me I tell you, say, yo, I reason with two of them Moby dog, man. Man them feel messed up, bro. Like, man them work hard. But what happened with Moby, man? Moby start the season so poor. Yeah? Moby start the season so poor. 1 win in them first 7 games. And that away everything really. But you see with the Moby team, them are gonna always score goals like I like with them. Them are gonna always score goals. And that's why them are one of the team that could have managed from the start of the season, have that poor run of farm, 1 win in their first 7, and then just pick up things. Yeah? Even I remember when Moby come on and come beat Tivoli, when Tivoli are fly high. Nobody ever expect all that win when Moby beat Tivoli. Yeah, man. I'm feel it, man. I feel it for that team, boy. The man them played the last 10 games. Yeah? 7 win, 3 draws, 17 goals scored, and only 4 goals conceded. And throughout the game that them conceded, them only conceded 1 goal a game. No team that scored twice for them for the last 10 fixtures and scored in a 13 consecutive games on the bounce. But how about you though? Look at this. How about you this season? Look at how about you this season. How about you have scored 32 goals, conceded 39 and 22 points. That's really poor. That's really poor right there so far above you. Last season when they make it to the playoff, yeah, then finished. No, this season them finished 12, conceded 39 and scored 32. Last season when they finished in the playoff, them scored 34 and conceded 21 and get 44 points. So you see, that's a big drop off above you, Even when they win the title, them score 26 goals and conceded 23 and get 28 points. Remember that season when 23 teams finished in the top 6. 3 teams, 6, 7, 8 finished by 28 points. But how about you drop off bad. Last season, 44 points. So the man drop off 22 points. The man drop off 22 points, got 22 points this season and 44 last season. So them scored 2 more. Them scored 2 less. Them have scored 2 less a goal last season. Them conceded 18 more goals. Them conceded 18 more goals. This season. That last season, can't see 21. Travis Shepard grew up in the Harborview system, but he is from Cash. Cause where you last year in the November, I'm go in the jungle. Cause I have a couple, friend in the jungle is, see Cash walk past and have a little conversation and motivate. And I'm ball, I know, I don't know Cash personally. I just see him and hear him because he's close with my bridge in them. 3 defenders and 1 striker, them can't stop him to score. Who that Travis? Mount Pleasant will be forced next season. I know for sure, man. MBU boy. MBU will be a 4. You see, this is the thing. May I try get some clarification from Mobi. But try to figure out, but nothing really solve as yet. The issue not solve it. But may I try to figure out if, because I remember when Jordan Fletcher did an interview, by Arnie. I think the time when Mobi beat Tivoli, I think Arnie 2-1. I think he have done an interview where he said, I'll come in and, at the end of the season, he might go back overseas. I mean, Bushy Beckford said the same thing for Veer when he play at Stillamis. Him only there for 3 months and him there for the whole season. So let's see what's going to happen. But if them can keep the core, I would love them to keep the Brazilians. I would love them to keep the Brazilian, but it's going to be very hard. Yeah, it's going to be very hard to keep Lucas and Gene, especially Gene. Yeah, you have some offers in the Brasileiro, C and B. So it's going to be very difficult. But talking to him, he's someone that love Mantico be like. The man love Mantico be, and he missed that last game against Tivoli. Yeah. And he was having an injury for the last 5 games. He might play with injury. Yeah. So he missed that game because they didn't want to, make the injury any bit longer, as they hope they could continue and play in the playoff, go to the playoff, but it didn't happen. But it's gonna be very difficult for Mobi to keep him as well, because him share a lot of stuff with me that he has some offer in the Brasileiro top flight, top division, not like the Serie A, the Serie A B and C, and the 4th division, him have some offer. So it's going to be very, but one thing I respect the player for, him giving him Mobi the first chance of what they want. Yeah, he gives them the first chance to make a decision. Then if they're not willing to, sign up him for the next season, the player have to move on. But the player love Jamaica, the Brazilian the man them love Jamaica, them far. The man them say them don't want to go back home. I want Harborview to get relegated. Travis, may I ask you this, right? One time I was trying to find out the last time Harborview got relegated. I saw an article that, they said that Harborview, like when they read the article, you're not getting that clarification, but they giving you that, like, Harborview got relegated in 1995. Is that true? When was it, did Harborview ever get relegated from the league before? Because I know, not in my time watching Harborview, they ever get relegated before. They almost, when they fight in relegation just before Corona come in. Farmer, I think one of the Farmer players was one of the coach. Yeah. Waterhouse striker. Yeah, thought the goal with him. The goal with the Waterhouse striker score. Javian Brand. That boy, I don't know, brother. I don't know nobody necessarily say, yo, that I really give a goal, brother. That are some really give a goal. One fan, me listen, Sports Explosion, and one fan say, oh, we don't want Mobi in it. Mobi they too far. We don't want them in it. Yeah, man. Remember say them owner, man. Wait name again. That white man they own the BPO them. Got a name. Man have money, brother, and the man have a good facility. You know, them have a good facility. Them come up from 95, never get really. Also, so you're telling me, how have you started from 95? Like, them start playing Premier League from 95? Stars of the East? Oh. But so, Yoni S, yeah, man. Yoni, man, that white man. Yoni, yeah? Yoni, the man, I think he's from Manchester. He used to go Bel-Air. But, yeah, man, really, man have money, man. But, yeah, but what me I say to him, love, the man them, get maybe a first hands to see where them want to do with them throughout the season. You know, but some offer up on the table. They might not be in Jamaica next season. You know, hopefully. Can't believe it, man. I said about Abafield. Can't believe, but you know, close off, but two more things. This goal scoring thing, Javier Bryan and Justin Dunn, yeah? Really two good young strikers, especially Javier Bryan, yeah, maiden season in the top flight, you know, scoring loads of goals. You know, he started the season really well on fire. But when more, especially from Javier Bryan, he might forget add. It's like watching Javier Bryan now. It's just like how you hear Rai Keane is talking about Erling Haaland and other pundits. It don't really offer much if the ball is not delivering to him. You know, sometimes as a striker, when you're not scoring, you have to impact the game, even just by dropping to the midfield. And Javier Bryan's first touch have been poor. Yeah, poor. Javier Bryan's first touch, poor, bad. He need to work on that. I'm not going to kill him on that, but going into the off season after everything done, he need to work on his first touch. I just feel like he need to offer something else whenever, cause Travis, when Nikai Christian went down and missing, you know, loads of games, he himself struggled. The Waterhouse thing can affect it from that because when Nikai Christian started out, he have around 4 or 5 assists or goal involvements in the first 7 games for Waterhouse. You know, he was key to what Waterhouse do in the attacking third. You know, so I just feel like when a player like that is not playing, that can service Javier, you know, probably can work on his first touch, impact the game a little bit more, pull away defenders from, you know, their area and let players can run off, especially Denard Thomas and Andre Fletcher. A lot of times when the game being stretched, both players keep coming inside a lot of times, and Jebinson, you know, and Waterhouse don't create a lot of goals. Sometimes players can give away even one, even Denard Thomas. Somebody can, you know, somebody can drop wide, create that wing play, create that space. So Christian, one of my favorite midfielder in the Jamaican Premier League. Really good baller. Really, even when Nikai Christian won, you know, that 2013. Remember that 2013 Aberview team that won the Premier League? That team was a really good team. I think Brian Brown was in that team. You know, really good player, man. Really one of the best, you know. 2 all-heads that in the league right now that really quality midfielder, you know, in the Jamaican Premier League is Fabian McCarthy, really good player that probably could have kept a lot more looking in the national setup, and Nikai Christian, a creative player, but really good player. But yeah, Javier Bryan need to work on that, how to impact the game whenever he's not getting service. And as a striker, you just cannot depend on players just giving you the ball. You have to create space for yourself. You have to impact the game. Somehow you have to create room for your midfielders, you know, pull out defenders, let Denard Thomas, you know, Andre Fletcher, somebody can rotate, you know, run off your shoulder, you know, drop wide, you know, like go over the wing, left or right, link up play with one of the wingers them, form a triangle, pull away defenders so players can run in your spot that they're running and where the defenders are moving away from. So you need to work on about and again, what I've seen he had to his game recently, probably like a month and a half ago, he's stepping up more and more. Yeah, he's stepping up more and more for Waterhouse. That goal that he have scored for Waterhouse against Aberview, the last goal in the 69 minutes, are the most pressurous I have seen, Waterhouse played. Man, they play under pressure in a Jerusalem. So the most important goal that Javian Bryan could have scored this season. Even when he scored the double, he scored a brace down there catching all against Mobia, and Mobia came back to draw the game 2-2. He must score some crucial game, but he needs to add that thing to his game, or to impact the game from not getting service and be a little bit more consistent scoring goals. That's one thing that everybody can beat Jamaican Premier League strikers for. Scoring goals consistently. One of the only players that you probably can't really beat too much of that is Fabian Reid. Because when Fabian Reid is not scoring goals, he might impact the game, he might give assists, he might drop in at the number 10 position, he might drop deep and pull the defenders from him. He might hold up the ball well. And that's another thing Javian Bryan need to learn to do. Hold up play is very, very poor. But as I said, young to the league, let's see what's going to happen. Justin Dunn, quality player. One thing I love Justin Dunn about, this is a player that he will kick the ball anyway. He will kick the ball anyway. As a striker, you want your striker to be kicking the ball at any angle. No matter where him get it, he's not going to kick. But a lot of times when he play, it's like if things not going his way, he's a little bit frustrated. He just gets zoned out of the game. His body language change. You have to be like a Carlos Tevez, a Kun Aguero, a Luis Suarez. No matter what happen, you bite down defenders' ankles. You press them. You create something. You impact the game just by running the channels, pulling away defenders, running the zone between wing backs and centre half, dropping the midfield, overload the areas. Make a triangle on the wing backs, winger and attacking players. Probably make an octagon in the midfield. Pull away number 6, and so your players have that position awareness, can run in those spots. So really good player, but need to just work on a little bit more consistently of his emotional in the game. And another player that I really love about Tivoli is Nikolai Fuller. This is a player that can excel 1v1. I love that player. And I was inquiring about one day now, first I saw him, I think I asked someone on the live already when I just started the JPL that does this player is a young Fuller? Is he a young Fuller son? I was like, because Fuller, the Tivoli Garden thing. Yeah, so I was just wondering if he was the son of former Reggae Boy International, Ricardo Fuller. But Christian at Portmore, Aberview, Tivoli. Christian played, but Christian played enough place, man. Enough place. But we just remember him, man. We just remember start watching him when that season when he win the league for Aberview. Really good. Trust me. And then I think that season at Aberview and the season at Dumbarton, where they went to the knockout, I think that 2 seasons that he played, excellent. I've seen him. Yeah, I remember seeing him at Cavalier. I don't remember Nikai Christian at Tivoli. Can't remember that one. But I trust your words. Yeah, I trust your words as he said Nikai used to play for Tivoli, but I can't remember, him playing at Tivoli. But yeah, but really appreciate your support. Really appreciate the chat, people. Get what I say? Really appreciate it, man. About to square off, Travis, Joel, who else? Man, when I chat. No, I missed nobody name. Travis, Joel, Daniel, Sham6, Mount Pleasant fan. Big up yourself, brother. Yeah, and Trey 786, man saying is a Mobile fan who come from Spain. Yeah, and Mindset Mindset say, can Mount Pleasant be upstages this year? What do you mean by that? Never see that comment there. Mindset, can Mount Pleasant be upstage this year? But you know, look, I want to see Mount Pleasant in the CONCACAF Champions League. I want to see Mount Pleasant in the CONCACAF Champions. That's when I want to see Mount Pleasant. Yeah, that's what I want to see them. The CONCACAF Champions League. Because I want to see where them are going to do. I want to see where them are going to do. Ricardo Minos, he always make the transfer in January. But yeah, man, Travis, Stram 6, Joel, Mindset, big up the man. You know, big up the man. Nice chatting with you guys about the Jamaican Premier League recap. You know, but before I go, what I love to hear, you know, whoever in the chat, tell me, you know, what's your best moment and what's your worst moment, you know, as a fan watching the Jamaican Premier League this season. You know, what is your best moment? Like, what's that moment that you just know that you just never forget that moment? No matter what happened, just never ever erase my mind until the season done. Yeah, and what is that? Travis, why your worst moment as a junglist supporting the team? Yeah, this season. What is the worst moment? Because it's my worst moment. My worst moment, I get beaten 2 times against Tivoli. That is my worst moment. My worst moment is getting beaten twice by Tivoli. Yeah, that's my worst moment. And my best moment, as I said, for the junglist is signing Fabian Reed back again. Yeah, signing Fabian Reed. Overall, my best moment, I would say, let's start off with the worst. My worst overall after Jamaican Premier League this season is Lima. Very disappointed. You know, just poor overall. I just don't like to see teams like that in the league. Yeah, I just hate to see teams like that. You know, unorganized, no structure, nothing. Treasure Beach wasn't so bad because Treasure Beach is a team that Treasure Beach, much as they get like the man them play football, the man them have a fighting spirit. Even that game that they played at Stadium East against Tivoli, a game that they lost 3-2, where I think it was a player that used to play for Umberland scored the game winner. But you know, Treasure Beach came back and got the game 2-2, but them lose the game in the last minute. Hell, play that man used to play for Charlie Smith. Travis, if I can't remember that player, they would play for Tivoli. He used to play for Charlie Smith and I'm come from Umberland and play for Tivoli now. And he scored a game-winning goal upon Treasure Beach at Stadium East. Wow. The beating from Tivoli, bro, the first game. Wow. So you agree with me, say, yeah, that's the worst moment. That's my worst moment, bro. Me hate lose West, bro. Me would lose a derby game against Waterhouse. But you see, lose the West Kingston derby, me don't like lose that. I'm going to lose against Boystone, you know? Because Boystone is a team like the Red Brigade. I don't know if I true because me used to play for Boystone, you know, and as I grew up as a junglist supporter, me just have that little soft spot there for Boystone. You get what I say? But me I try to remember that player the name, man. But Treasure Beach never so bad at all. I love watching them because them have fighting spirit. Them not give up so easy. When the season just start, the man them play some good football. So the game where them play 3-2 and lose, see to Alton Lewis, the player who me I remember. Alton Lewis scored the goal in the 95th minute. Yeah, man, that's the game the player name for Alton Lewis, where he used to play for Charlie Smith and Jerome Wayne. Yeah, man, that game that show me say Treasure Beach is a team there. Them want to stay. But as me say, them squad of them start out with just never properly structure. But you could see that as the season go by, them team are come together, administration are come together, everything are come together. I want them can bounce back, man. I love, you know, when teams from St. Elizabeth and them team they united. What? How long now Keane still play the Premier League for St. Elizabeth? Over 40 years, over 4 decades now. You know? But yeah, man, people, I'm out, you know. Yeah, man, I'm out, man. Respect everybody. Don't know. Respect. Bless up to everyone. Catch me next week, Tuesday, after the Champions League game them to do where him used to play for not Umberland. So Veer, okay. But I thought Lewis to a good baller. We used to play for Charlie Smith for Jeremy. I think they went to final too, you know. I think he went to final. But yeah, man, bless up from 1980. What was the team? What was the team? For 40 years, a team from St. Elizabeth and Communal League. What was the team? Tell me the team them before I go. Because I love learning something new, I love history, you know. Love history. Love learning something new. Love no Santa United. What? Alright, brother, respect. So me go say if me can get no history on Santa United, but Travis really appreciate it because it come like, you know, you use a you know look like a somebody where young like me, you know, brother. You come like you that like is an elder, you know, a big man. And anybody know can know them thing there. I mean, I say you have to study history and them thing that as a young youth like me can know say yo, and you had to come up from 19, you know, the team from 1977 and they win the league. They win the league 78. But you know one thing you come to mind a while ago, Travis. I know if you used to watch Junglist them time too. My father always talking about a player named Prince Orion. One of the wickedest thing ever passed through the Jamaican Premier League. I'm always a hear say, you know, the team them that win Premier League for on it. Yeah, the team them, like the squad itself, players them, always have some bug player them compare to the past players them where never win the league. You know, as I even remember as a youth, I can remember watching an Arnett game with you know with Blacker Pearl them. Yeah. And Andy Lou. I remember that game. I don't know, Chevis. Donovan Dona, heal up junglers. Keep doing what you're doing, boss. Bless up yourself. That's a Boystone legend there from the man. Donovan Dona, bless up yourself. A Red Brigade in the house. Yeah. One of the things that I can remember, big baller about my baller was Geddes Alexander and that on the team. I heard about him too, you know, but I always heard about Prince Orion. You know, I hear so much thing. Even when I was a youngster, you know, even when I was a youngster playing under 13, under 15 at Boystone. I'm gonna go to Boystone and hear some of the hell of them attack. The man is that name, Prince Orion, always come up in everybody mouth. Like he was such a talented player. Yeah, he was such a talented player that it's just unfortunate some of these players, you know, don't get to do what, you know, a Charlie Smith 95 team, they grew up and win the back-to-back, you know, with the Junglist, and then, you know, the newer set of players them come and win another 2 more Premier League. But Prince Orion, I'm sorry I couldn't see some of these players, but I remember a game though when my father bring me, a game that played at Cling Oval, Arnett Garden down there, Olympic when I think it was Onandelu score a goal and ball lick on the bar. Remember that time? Boom, boom. Yeah, but one controversy down at Cling Oval. One controversy, man. But yeah, man, I don't really have much experience, much remembrance though of the Walter boy them and Onandelu, you know, playing together. I don't really have much as when I started, you know, at that time. It's very young, but I just can't remember myself at Cling Oval that time. I remember. Yeah, man, I remember. You know, but what else I was gonna ask? Oh, so I'm gonna check out that Santa United thing there, and I'm going to check out that bar there where you say name Geddes Alexander. I mean, I'll ask my father if you know. Prince Orion, Hubert Richards, yes, I remember that. Chris Diaz, I remember that. I remember him. King Earl. Hey, Travis, boy, I mean, every time I hear King Earl name, I rate King Earl one of the best striker on it I've ever seen. One of the best striker on it I've ever seen. But never get to see him in prime. Never get to see the Earl in prime at all. But boy, Travis, one of my biggest dream of my life. Yeah, one of my biggest dream of my life. I play for Arnett Garden as a youth. And Barner take away that from me, you know. So every time me and Barner is always a regret and a love coming to my heart. I love Barner, you know, I love him, man as a person, cool individual, and a real general. And I saw some clips of him also. Yeah, saw some clips of him when he used to coach me at Arnett Garden under 15, and Arnett Garden, you know, when them just build up the bar under the VIP section where you sit down. I used to see some elder used to watch some Barner cassette in there, and I see some footage of Barner. You know, I see some footage when Arnett Garden used to have rope run and field. Yeah, I saw some footage when I was at Arnett, and I saw some old pictures of the King Earl also. So, yeah, I've seen about what I can tell you when I grew up through and see Arnett and the players in, I live and see when the Pele will see them Denton shedding. Denton shedding come like Denton shedding come like Beasley for the US team. I've played so many games in their career. Remember Beasley? Yeah, played in Mexico. Denton shedding is like a Beasley, like same left back, can play a wing back also. Yeah, but I remember Denton shedding. But the team that when me grew up on still, fully remember, at the early 2000s. We can tell you, you know, the team in early 2000 come right up. You know, when we win one of the mid-season final in Harborview and Jerry Walters, that Ticaros dropped the shield. Remember when that shield? When it was a shield? Man, dropped the shield. You know, I remember which one of the final them, if at the first final or when we win the back-to-back, but the man dropped the shield. I don't know if you remember that, but I was there. I was there as a local youth. You know, my father bring me to Harborview. Jerry Walters, man him called Ticaros. Yeah, but that was the team that we grew up through. Pele Wilson, Chinsu, Kwame Richards, Denton Shedden, Julian McLeish, you know, so much players, man. Leon come up in a Leon Strickland days, Macaulay Toller, Breaking Bridge, Everton, Bonesy, you know, so much of them, man. So much of them. That was a team that I grew up at Arnett Garden. It was a joy. You know, it was a joy. Joy watching the Gang of Five. I used to hear about a player that used to play for Norman Manley. He went on to play for Constant Spring. Brown Chap. Yeah, come from Maxfield. Brown Chap. Or, you know, Brown Chap. If you know that player. O'Neal Dunn. Oh, yes, O'Neal Dunn. Even Alex Thomas. Was in that team too. Gerald Neal was in that team. You know, lot of players, man. Lot of players were in that team. Remember O'Neal Dunn, you know? I remember O'Neal Dunn. Dunn, yes. If you never call a name there, who would remember the name there at all? Dunn, really good player. Boy. Hey, you see after 2005 still, Travis, and it got to a shambles still. Yeah, man, and it got to it, man. Fabian Davis, man. Max Straw, Jeffrey Maxwell, Admiral Bailey, Jerome Waite. How much squad you got to in them time, brother? The man them bringing all top 6 and bottom 6 and save on it, Garden, brother. Yo, Jaja, me I tell you, say, bottom 6 and top 6 save on it, Garden. Numerous time. Hey, so the legend said, junglist you ever hear of David Bernard used to skip on it in 80s at midfield general. No, I never hear of that name. Maybe Travis, he play for Waterhouse on it. You know, maybe Travis, you know, the legend asks if legendary Joe don't ask, you know, about David Bernard. We don't know about that player. Them never hear of him. Never hear of that player name before. never hear of that player. Maybe Travis can name that player, but never hear of that player. I wish Jamaican Premier League did like, Jamaica did advance in like television where even you can go back on your YouTube and go back and watch some Johnny Barnes clippings even when he was playing for Watford. I wish, we could have even watch back some man, like even right now, Mr. Legend himself, Donna. I would hear so many things about them man there, wish we could even go back and watch back some of them match the way the Boys Town and Harbourview. Yeah, the Boys Town and the Harbourview game them. Jamaica cricket fitness coach David Bernard, I heard about him. Yeah, Joe Donut talk about him a while ago. I want to never come up now in my car ear in the body talk about him. But yeah, I wish we could have watched back some man, like Donovan Doan and them man there. Wish Jamaica did more advanced, we would have more clippings at the ball of them. Even though you have people who have cassette and them thing there, but the TV program them, have clippings like that. But I wish some of them things they did more out there, we could have watched more. 80s Premier League. Also 80s, even footage of that KC team, a youngster like me, grew up and hear about that wicked KC team in the 60s. I wish, I heard so much things about that, even that KC 60s team, that, one of the best team ever graced a Manning Cup field. You just would wish you could have just see some footage like that, Even Alan Skill Cole. Wish I could have seen some footage of him also. One of my midfield general that I have seen in a lot of clips was Hector Wright, and I've seen some clips of him also in the Reggae Boy shirt. Hector Wright was a midfield general. Yeah, Hector Wright was a midfield general. What I've saw on clippings, nobody can tell me say him wasn't a general. You don't need nobody for showing a full game or anything. Hector Wright, the man that was a real general. Like, I wonder, like, how all that Jamaica Reggae Boy team, 90, building up to the 94 World Cup, drop out, make it to the final round. I understand. Probably, the system again too, broken and everything think about. So much legend player man passed through Jamaican football. Yeah, should have they're a little bit far than this. But yeah man, people. Every time I say me are going on, it's like something else come up but legend. Sir Dona. Salute. Bless up. Heard so much good story about you. Yeah? So many good stories, especially on my time, my 2 seasons I spent at Boys Town youth team. Mickey, Adrian Jamila father, man him talk so much things about you. Even the elder them, where sit down which part in front of the old building where them build up like a local grass here, so where they used to have the seat them like Boys Town is a cricket pitch. Them elder there, them elder there. Them elder they talk so much about you, man. Mr. Donovan Dona. Yeah, so much I have heard. Not just me, youngsters them come up growing up in a Boys Town, heard about that name. Yeah, so when you pick up your phone the other day and call me, that meant a lot to me, man. Yeah, Mr. Dona, that meant a lot to me. Know that a legendary player like you watching my program really mean a lot. Yeah, man, really mean a lot. Jordan and him come like, our past, like the past players that used to play in England from the 80s, like Kenny Dalglish, and Ian Rush and them, and you would like them man to us, like especially like me. I know about the other generation, I know about me, like, look by like a big legend, icon of Jamaican football. Especially your time at Boys Town that I've heard, man, in those games. Harbourview. Right, people. I eat this, Travis, Mr. Dona, everybody, big up on yourself. You get what I say? I'm out.